And we're live. All right, so all our clips are live now. Pardon me, I was waiting for these clips that we're going to use this morning for this morning's discussion. I was waiting for the clips to process out to go live. So we have the clips. So you have to upload them and wait for them to process into this thing that I use to all these things, the technical side. Anyways, morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. And shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Whatever your job description is, shout out to you. You get up and get out. You work for yours. Shout out to you. Shout out to my fellow content creators. Shout out to the barbers in the barbershops. My first profession. Shout out to whatever you do, shout out to you. Extra special shout out though to the clean heart, good hearted people them who wish good for others as much as you wish good for yourself. That make you a very special kind of person because it's not everybody can do it. Trust me. A lot of people out there wish good for themselves and then them wish a little bit of good for others. Them don't really wish other people all the way good like how they wish for themselves. Kind of like I want more for myself than I want for you, but I still want good for you, so I'm a good person. I don't want no bad for you. I just don't want as much for you as for me. I'm telling you that if you transcend that and you want good, just the same good for others as you for yourself, then you are a really good person. So that's what happened this morning. On this beautiful Thursday morning, today is the 6th of August 2026, and we're happy to be here. Tomorrow morning, I'm pushing out for a long road trip that's about 1,890 miles each way. So I'm going to be on the road for quite a few days, delivering my boys to the university that they're going to be going to. And shout out to all the people them who big them up and say, you know what I'm saying, congratulations to them and all these other things. Some people on here actually know my two boys. There's one particular person or two people on here who are their teachers or are employed at the schools that they have been to. And big up to them people because I've seen them in real life and we have talks and stuff and these kind of stuff. Um, with that said, here we are. We have a couple of things to talk about this morning. I couldn't let this morning go and I don't go live, especially since there might not be a live tomorrow morning because I'll be on the road. Even though I might click on the phone for a little bit and give you a 1 hour chat, just to lively up the morning and say good morning and thing and send everybody off to have a wonderful weekend. Might just do that. It depends on how when you're traveling, it depends on how the reception goes out on the road. Sometimes you're up on the road, beat down the 95 heading north, and then you lose reception and you can't go live and all kind of something like that. So if that's the case, I'll check in for an hour or even a little 30-minute check-in and all that. But I'm telling you now, for those who wake up every morning looking forward to the lives, if you don't see one tomorrow morning, it's because we didn't go live, all right? But if you do see one, if you're tuned in, then you will see one if I do go live. I don't know if that makes sense to you. 5Field63 says, at SouFlo, I haven't been able to listen to your live for the past 2 weeks as I was celebrating my 60th birthday on the 27th of July. You've been celebrating your 60th birthday for 2 weeks? Hey, celebrate on, my friend. Happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday to you. Big up yourself, manners and respect, and I'm sure you're enjoying it. You're back to tell us that you've been celebrating it for 2 weeks. I don't know who celebrates their birthday for 2 weeks, but I hope I get there too. See, and let me big up some people in the chat this morning before we move forward. Donna Davis is the first one in this morning. Donna, manners and respect, and thank you for being here. Nans, big up yourself, Nans. I appreciate you greatly. S Diva is in the building with us this morning. Thank you for being here, S Diva. Big up yourself. PG is in the building bright and early. PG, big up yourself. I appreciate your presence. Thank you for being here bright and early. Yvonne Walford is not in the chat as in, but I'm sure she's watching because she tunes in every day. Seeing Miss Golly Robinson is in the building with us this morning. Miss Golly Robinson, we appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your presence and your support. Patricia Jackson is in the building with us bright and early this morning. Audrey, Big up yourself, Audrey, every single time. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you being here. Can't big up everybody in the morning here, so if I skip your name, don't say nothing. I just saw the thing go. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Curry's in the building. We have some very interesting topics this morning. Some very interesting topics. And you know how it go already. All right. Lovely Aneka is in the building this morning as well. Lovely Aneka is my fellow content creator sister. Go and support Lovely Aneka on all platforms from your fine art writer. So just trace that and you will find her everywhere else that she is at. All right. You're the finest is in the building with us this morning. You're the finest. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence. Clayton Percy James Forbes is in the building with us this morning. Big up yourself. Tracy Chin, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Banches, big up yourself, bro. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here as well. All right. Nisha is in the building with us bright and early this morning. Nisha, big up yourself. Appreciate you as well. Santi Hustle is in the building with us this morning. Santi Hustle, big up yourself. Santi Hustle, how the music going? I got music coming out on the 9th. My first single called Be Careful drops on the 9th of August, which is actually a few more days away from here. It will be available on all streaming platforms, and the video for it will drop on the 9th as well, when the single goes to all streaming platforms on our music channel, which is SouFLoTV Music on YouTube. All right, Santi Hustle also does music, so I'm asking how's the music thing going. Jackie C, big up yourself. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. 5Field63 says, afternoon, SouFlo, and everyone else on this platform all the way from England, mate. And shout out to our British family. Big up on yourself. Enough love. Say Ben TV is in the building with us bright and early this morning. I'm not going to call any more names. Stacey Ann gets the last shout out, and we're going to get into our topics this morning. This is what we have on the board. And I have my paper laid out in front of me, and I haven't done this in a while, so I'm going to allow you to choose where I start this morning. All right? So, there was a swing that I saw them putting up in Jamaica. And it's funny because how the algorithms work on social media. It's like if you watch something, right? I don't know if you all know this, but if say you watch something that has to do with weight loss and you hit the like button, it tells social media that you like watching weight loss content. So the next video after that is weight loss, and then weight loss, and then before you know it, a beer weight loss video, you end up watching for the whole day, right? If you are a person who is into drama, or if you are into comedy and you say go and check a dramatic video, people are fight, or you check a comedy video, lots of laughing and stuff and funny things, people falling and whatever, once you hit that like button, you know, a beer or that them are gonna start feeding for the rest of the day. I used to think that they were following me around, so I was like, they're tracking us, them have eyes on us, them can see we through with phone. It's actually the algorithm and how it's set up that once you like something from a certain IP address, that then it is set to start feeding you these things. All right. With that said, I saw a video of accident that happened on holiday with one of those swings. Then sit on the swing and the guys then push the swing and it looks like they're swinging over a mountain edge and then them swing back in. So somebody built one of those in Jamaica, and as soon as I saw it, I said that swing needs to be demolished immediately because that looked like somebody got dead off fight. Somebody got dead off fight. Well, anyways, so we have the swing story to talk about. So you remember swing. May I give you one word to represent each topic? So you choose. You can't start choosing yet until I say go. All right, let me give you the topics first. We're going to talk about swing. We have a white lady from Canada who went to Jamaica and purchased 22 acres of land and has made videos about her purchase and purpose of the purchase, etc., etc. With a whole heap of people have a lot to say about it, and me have something to say about it too. So we have swing, we have land. Let's call that one land. We have swing, we have land. There's a woman who lost her husband in Jamaica, and she gives an account of the entire event of how he lost his life and how she was treated and all that. This conversation is going to be broad. It's going to center around our healthcare system, our government, and our people and their mindset, our state of mind. right? And this JLP, PMP, BS versus your love for Jamaica and its longevity and betterment of its future, etc., etc. So we have swing, we have land, we have hospital, we have ninja, we have Ghana, and we have government. I'm not telling you what the rest are about. I'm just giving you those words. You choose. All right. I'm waiting for the six to turn, for the seven to turn to an eight. Once the seven turns to an eight, I'm gonna say go, and you have 60 seconds to choose. Swing, land. I'll me forget them already. Anywho, swing. The seven of a third to eight. The seven of a third to eight. Lovely Anika. Lovely Anika trying to get a leg up on this. Trying to get a head start. Watch the seven. It's 8:57 right now. Watch when the seven turns to eight. Then you start dropping which one you want. All right. These are some very interesting topics this morning. The seven are turned to eight yet. And these, anytime you watch, there it is. It's eight. Now go. Is it gonna be swing? Is it gonna be the white woman with the land or land? Is it going to be the hospital? Is it going to be the boy? I see land already. All right. Be a land. Me I say one swing, land, two swing, three swing, land, one hospital. Land is leading by far. My people not easy, you know, them just say land too much for type. Me just have to put in L. land, swing. I can tell which two topics we're going to start off with this morning. Beer L for land, swing, land. The 8 is almost going to turn to a 9 now. Keep it going. Keep it 9 and stop. Nans is the last one I'm going to count. Nans, land. All right. By far, it's land. So we're going to start out with land. We have swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 swing. And I don't even need to count the land for you. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 land. 22 land takes the lead. So we're going to go off land. All right. Let me set the story up first, and then we're going to play the video. I saw this video come across my timeline on social media, and the video was of a foreign family saying, we just purchased 22 acres of land, and I am into land purchase and stuff. I didn't know it was in Jamaica until I heard the lady in the video, a Caucasian woman, say she just purchased 22 acres of land in Jamaica, and it's pristine land, and it's so beautiful, and her family are moving here. And before she could even finish talking, I just went to the comment section because I wanted to see, because you know how Jamaican people stay already. They're going to talk. So my mind was already thinking all kinds of stuff. I wonder if it's that easy for a Jamaican to purchase 22 acres of land. Did they cut any corners for her to be able to afford? Just my mind thinking all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not saying any of it was legit. I mean, my mind is just all over the place. Anyway, she hit a bump in the road where she said, we purchased this land to start our ministry. So we're going to move to Jamaica and we're going to start our ministry. And when she said that, me being an indigenous, melanated Jamaican, I said to myself, say, to start your ministry. Now I really wonder what kind of deal was made in order for them to acquire this 22 acres of land. Now, mind you, I'm not going to say anything bad about the people. If you have your money and you want to buy land in Jamaica, then by all means, go ahead and buy the land. because enough are we there in a foreign people, in a foreign country buying up land and house and all other kind of stuff too. So it would be very unfair for me to say you're not welcomed in Jamaica. So let's get that clear and out the way, because we know how Jamaican people worship white people, you know. So as soon as you say something about them, people get them panties in a bunch and them boxers in a waddle, and they start to act like it's the worst thing you ever said, and massa needs to be defended. Yes, suckers use my family, so, and they ain't my family, massa use my family, and them ready to chop off your head because you say something and it did have something to do with some white people in it. What's when you have nothing to do with white people in it and them Jesus or them white God and church? Them ready to kill you now for it, even though they say thou shalt not kill. At the one time them feel like say you deserve getting killed. So I'm making it very clear that I am very much aware that we are out of many one people. I'm very much aware. I've spent a great deal of my time on earth explaining to foreigners that Jamaica is not just black people. We have some of everybody there, just like how other countries around the world, including the USA, have some of everybody here, right? You see a Chinese man in the United States of America, you don't automatically think he's from China, because the person might have an accent like a Brooklyn accent. Yo, what up? And you're like, oh, I didn't expect a Chinese to say, yo, what up? Like, what? They are there, right? It's the same thing in Jamaica. You were running to some white people and them chat just like this, be a pata, wagwan. Everything good? Yeah, man, me I go around, so I go get some steamed fish and okra and them something there, you know, with some crackers and something. You know what Jai with the cook shop? She cook real good, me I tell you, if you go check her out. Just like that. So we have that too. I'm not unaware. I'm very much aware. Okay, so this is not coming from that place of trying to make Jamaica look like a black country. My comments is what I'm setting you up for, but I want you to hear the lady's explanation, because when she mentioned in her first video she put up that they bought 22 acres of land and they were moving to Jamaica and they were going to start their ministry and all these things, they got a whole heap of beating online for it. And I was just sitting back just smiling. I'm like, all is not lost. Some of my people are actually awake. Yeah, I would have business when nobody wants it. Because we're entitled to ask our own question them too. Not all of we are robot. So they were asking their questions and I was enjoying. So I'm gonna make you hear what the lady said on her second video after she get a beating from the first video about coming to start their ministry. And then I'm gonna give you my commentary and my thoughts on what I think about all of this. All right. So here goes the video right here of her. Let me take this comment off the screen first though. And then we are going to share this video of her explaining why she buy her land in Jamaica. 22 acres and nothing to play with, you know. A whole heap of land that. By the way, you see the picture behind me before we play the video? You see the picture behind me? You see that picture here? Mervyn, I'm sure you know what this is. You see this picture right here? You see how Jamaica pretty? You see whole heap of land and stuff there? I've told y'all before that when you go to Jamaica and you see places like these, it is somebody, me not care what nobody, I'm in my don't care phase. I don't care what nobody wants to say. When you go to Jamaica and you see places like these, please remember that developers are watching keenly. And they drive around our island and all they hear is cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Because when they see place like this, somebody is already maxing up the place. Who really own the land there? I wonder if it's the Crown's land. I wonder if we can talk to Andrew them about it. Or is it owned by some Jamaican family and it was passed down for generations? You know, so that's a nice piece of land to put an all-inclusive resort. Look how close the beach is. The beach will be right across the street from it. Imagine flying into Jamaica and this is your place where you land and your resort is on this piece of green property right over here. So, and the beach, they're right there, so just cross the street and put 2 clubs and 2 restaurants. And so them mats up your place long time, right? All right. Before we do all that though, let's hear the lady. Hear what she said. Ciara.
Why did we buy 22 acres of land in Jamaica? A Canadian family moving to Jamaica and buying such a large parcel of land raised a lot of eyebrows, and we get it. The simplest answer to why did we move from Canada to Jamaica is that we are following where God led us. But we know for many people that can sound vague or even questionable. And fair enough, there's a lot of skepticism out there. But for us, this wasn't a sudden impulse decision. We've been coming to Jamaica since 2014, and for over 12 long years, this vision has grown. Moving wasn't easy. We had 25 acres of land in Canada, and a business that took us 20 years to grow. We sold our home, closed our business, and said goodbye to our family and friends and the life that we knew. Leaving Canada wasn't about running away to a tropical paradise and escaping the winter. It was about following a specific calling that we felt confident was meant for our family here in Jamaica. So why 22 acres? For us, this land isn't about ownership, it's about stewardship. We see ourselves simply as caretakers of what God has entrusted to us. Our goal is to steward this land with honor and respect, growing food that we can share with our community, collecting and storing water, and learning to live sustainably in harmony with nature. So what's the actual plan? Let's clear up a few misconceptions first. We aren't building a cult, a school, a hospital, or a formal church building. What we are building is a gathering space. We plan to build short-term accommodations for groups and visitors who want to come learn about sustainable farming, people who love nature and love to serve others. It's a place to learn how to live off the land, care for the local community in practical ways, and share God's love through action. God has given us this beautiful vision. We don't have all the answers, and we're learning every single day, but our heart is to be good neighbors, to serve the local community by being the hands and feet of Jesus, and to honor this land. Thank you for walking this journey with us. Drop any thoughts or prayers in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next update.
All right, so how do I approach? First of all, I hate putting people's children on video. I don't give a damn, black, white, whatever. I just hate it. But, you know, she made the video with the children in the video. And I wish she hadn't, because I wouldn't have used it. But I had no choice. That's the video that's available. If she feels fit to put them out there into the world, I didn't go over there with my camera. But I don't normally film and put people's children up. Anyway, right? So let me get this straight. There you are in Canada. Your business you took 22 years to build was successful, and you were on 20 plus acres of land in Canada already, right? And you gave up all of that because God pinched upon your shoulder and told you, let me speak English, because if they watch this, I want them to understand. But then again, I could have chat patois because you come to Jamaica, and when time you reach down there, you have to go submerge yourself in the culture, so it would have been to your benefit to learn a little bit of patois other than just your English, unless you came to colonize. But let me keep it English. So let me get this straight. You were there in Canada living a wonderful life, and God said, get up and go to Jamaica and stew 22 acres of land. You are the stewardess to go take care of 22 acres of land in Jamaica. My first question to y'all is this. God didn't show you no land in Canada for you to take care of? God didn't show you no community in Canada that you could be godly to and share God's love with? Now, I'm asking you this because your first video said you were coming to set up your ministry, and people started beating you, especially the ministry part. Here's the thing. You let the cat out the bag first. I got some other things to talk about, but we're starting, we're warming up. Your first video gave it away. Your ministry thing, right? So a lot of us said, hey, you're welcome to Jamaica, you know, but why do y'all always go to people's land with a colonizing mindset? See, every time people go to y'all land, y'all preach assimilation. You must assimilate. And if you don't assimilate, you can get the hell out. But when y'all go to other people's land, you go there to colonize. And you go there to especially wax their brain clean of who their version of God is, to bring your version of who God is to them. That's what I see ministry as. So I was going to tell y'all just like this. We got enough white Jesus preaching around the place in Jamaica. And although Jamaica is a country that is some of everybody in it, it is a predominantly black country. Okay? I don't know if anybody ever told you that. So, with that said, the whole ministry thing did not hit me the right way. Like, I'm tired of this white Jesus thing and white people coming to tell us about their Lord and Savior, and we were born in sin and shaped in iniquity, and we must bow down and pray to and give our life to and worship and surrender to. And me tired of it, 'cause every time we do it and then we open our eyes again, when knees get tired and our eyes open to more of our land gone, and you in a position of power over it. So, if you were coming to Jamaica, it would be fine for you to come buy up your land and submerge yourself in the culture. You know what I'm saying? You want to learn about Rasta and Rastafari and what moves that movement. You want to learn. You can go fellowship with the Christian people them too, but you have a whole heap of different sects of Christianity on the island as well. You know, but have to come set up no ministry. Too much ministry there already. Jamaica is in the Guinness Book of World Record, the most religious country on the face of the earth with the most churches per square mile. We don't need no more. You understand? I understand that your second video was actually cleaning up. Let's get this straight. We're coming to be nice to the people, and God said we should be the stewardess of this land, and we're not going to be building a church building per se. We get the cleanup that you were doing, but I can't get past how it still sounds like your first video, just in different words. And then this sound like if you want to come build an Airbnb complex or something like that, a resort getaway or whatever, then you won't be the first to do it. There are others in Jamaica who are not Jamaican who have done it. Right? They came, they bought land, they built hotels and Airbnb getaways and vacation spots and whatnot. Nobody would be mad at you. But you see, the only thing I'm concerned about, the most I'm concerned about, is where y'all feel like you need to whitewash who God is for us. And I know for a fact you're not coming there to preach of the black Christ. My thing is this, right? If white people can see their self, their own image in their God, because y'all have gone so far as to paint this picture of this white guy, which we are all very familiar with now. Every time we see it, people say, that's God, that's Jesus, especially Jamaican people. Trust me, I know. I've told this story before about my dear grandmother, Miss Ruby. God bless her soul. I hope white God saved Miss Ruby after she passed away from here, or I hope the real God understood that she was just trying to be a good servant to the Almighty God and bring her into his bosom and his kingdom, so to speak, right? Right. Miss Ruby would freak the hell out if we ever moved her white Jesus pictures off the wall. So don't play dumb. A lot of you know which picture I'm talking about. And that picture was sanctioned by whoever was in power at the time, and then it circulated around the world. This must be the standard. So every time we try to tell y'all white people that Jesus is not a white man, y'all keep on still pushing the white Jesus image, and it kind of makes me feel like you're not even genuine at being a genuine person, because there should be some part of you that says, I want to be a follower of Christ. I must accept that Christ was not a white man, and I must understand that Christ has been whitewashed. Not because I am a white person, but I should be open to accepting the truth. And until you can do that, you are nothing but another colonizer who is actually trying to force your version of who God is up on these people, melanated people of this land. This like spreading white power far and wide. We will make them dress how we want them to dress. We will have them think how we want them to think. They will worship in the way we tell them to worship and who we tell them to worship. And that person they will worship and consider to be God will be in our image. it don't sit right with me. It's super deep for me. And I don't give a damn who want to say SouFlo. It's not that deep. The hell it is. It is absolutely that deep. The reason it's absolutely that deep is when I look at my people, right, and this is not your fault, but it is the fault of others that look like you. When I look at my people and I look at how we are just hoggish and brute and unforgiving towards each other, and then how we are so loving and kind towards your kind and so welcoming, it is because we've been given that image and we've been indoctrinated since birth that this is what God looks like. And whether black Jamaicans want to accept it or not, you've been taught that. That's why you're so loving and so friendly to others and then so callous towards your own. You know, they have, if it's black, it's evil, it's devil. We wear black, go funeral, it's associated with death and destruction and darkness. And then you have white and it's angelic and it's, you know, it's freedom and it's love and it's pure and it's God. And there's a white Jesus and then Satan in brown skin with red eyes and horns. And so we look at each other like ain't no God in us. So when we look at each other, we can't see God in each other. And then it affects us psychologically, the way we treat each other, the way we respond to conflict between each other. You know what I mean? And if you look at Jamaica now, it's like everybody is calling for, man, we got to start preaching conflict resolution to our people, because why is it almost always like the first thing we go towards when there's conflict, we go to violence? Because that's what we feel for each other. We feel violent towards each other. I don't see no God in you. If I kill you, God ain't gonna punish me that hard. If I kill a white man, God gonna punish the hell out of me though. So I better be really nice and sweet to the white man. So, Miss Lady, with your 22 acres, you're more than welcome to be in Jamaica. I'm not gonna scare you though, but please remember what happened to the missionaries where they chop up down a bush. If you don't understand what chop up down a bush mean, ask somebody. Okay, so as much as I'm trying to say to you, you're welcomed in, and just leave out that missionary something there because we're tired of it. See, we're not our grandparents. You understand? We're not our grandparents. We won't just sit by and kumbaya while you do all of that. Come submerge yourself in other culture. Come learn about our culture. Come learn about us. Come learn about our spirituality outside of Caucasian thought, what spirituality should be for us. Because we understand also how we got to that. You know what I mean? And you are still a representation of that. So, that. The part that got me now in this new video is where she said, it's not like we're running away from the cold and just running to this tropical paradise. It's exactly what it is. You look like you were tired of that cold. And I'm absolutely sure when you went from that snow-filled place with dogs on sleds and you saw this, like this that's behind me right here, the warm, clear waters where you can see to the bottom of the water for miles, and fruit trees everywhere, and you know, and the vibrant culture of that island, I'm sure you immediately thought, that's your words, tropical paradise. So it's funny that you said it's not like we're running away from the cold and escaping to some tropical paradise. That's what you're doing. It's okay, you can admit it. We're running away from the cold. We've had enough of it. We're escaping to tropical paradise. We think this is a nice place to live our life and raise our children. And we've acquired 22 acres of land, which we paid for, and we're going to open a business there. Fine. Nothing wrong with that. Not a damn thing wrong with that. You are more than welcome. Just stay off of that colonization mindset there where you have to come tell we who for pray to and talk about your expanding your ministry and all these things. God told you to go take care of 22 acres of land in Jamaica? God told you that? I want to know when God told you that. First of all, I want to know who is the God that told you that. Because, see, we've done a lot of shit in the name of God. I just was talking about this right here not too long ago where I said, when humans want to do something, they put God in it. And I was making jokes, but the jokes were real. It's like you're looking for a partner in life and you tell yourself, God said to stay celibate because I've been with enough people already. I've defiled my flesh. I have turned into a whore, so I must now clean myself up and be celibate. And you do. Because you said, God said to stop oxen and wait till I send you the right person, and I will send you your wife or your husband. And humans operate like this. God actually really did send somebody. But every time they saw the somebody that God sent, they told themselves, God didn't send that person. God could have never sent me that short ass man with that big ass gut. I don't like men with big belly, and I don't like short men. You know, I don't like big belly short men. I like tall men, athletic builds. That's not God sending that for me. The men are the same way. You know what I'm saying? God send you a sister who's titty them big till them reach down her waist. Yeah, and then floppy, and she's like 300 pounds, and you're like, God did not send you for me. Cause me not like woman so big. Me did say thick. God must have misheard me. Cause him send woo. Me no know what that. And actually God did send. Yeah, God sent her. But you're convincing yourself all the time. You know what I mean? Subtract the comedy part. You're convincing yourself all the time that God said. And God said go. And God sent. And told you to. So I want to know in what language God told you to go to Jamaica and steward 22 acres of land. I want to know what time of the day it was. I'm curious. I just want to have a conversation. Like, where were you when God said, I might learn something from you, because God might have been saying stuff to me for the longest and I don't know how to recognize it because I'm not in tune like you are. So did you get a phone call from God, or did it come in a telegram in the mail stamped God? Or were you sitting outside and he just appeared in front of you and said, go to Jamaica and steward 22 acres of land? I don't understand this God send stuff. But people who normally say God said are normally people who I look at really weird side-eyed ways. Because my umpteen decades on the face of the earth has taught me to do exactly that. Right? Right. What is your real agenda? What is your real agenda? God said. Airbnb? That's what it sounds like to me. Or a hotel business? That's what it sounds like to me. But you started off by saying church though. You started off by saying expanding your ministry. And now it's just going to be a place where people can come and gather and get. And hey, for my audience, they've been beating them because the people them not only saying don't bring the white God stuff on your church nothing, the people them are also, now they have a lot of supporters, don't get it twisted. They got a lot of Jamaican people, because that's how black Jamaicans are. Black Jamaicans are very docile when it comes to Caucasian foreigners. Yes, I said it. And I don't take it back because it's factual. This is not all of us, but it's a huge number of them that are very docile, very submissive when it comes to foreign Caucasians. Them do the same thing for Jamaican Caucasian them too, and even those of a lighter complexion get more pass than those of a darker complexion. Black and ugly, him look like criminal. That time him had the good guy in the room. Oh, her skin just clean and she just looks so pretty. She must be somebody good. That time she had the demon in the room. You know what I mean? We're all messed up in the head. And you can't blame us. This is 400 plus years of slavery, colonization, chattel slavery, and all the abuse that we were put through. We're still trying to unreel ourselves from it. So lady, please come to Jamaica with good intentions. That's all I got to say to you. I'm going to dive into my comment section now and indulge my audience, because the comments have been running, but I haven't really been trying to pay attention to them because I just had to get out what I had to get out. We're tired of the white Jesus something we don't want no more. We don't want it. We don't want it. We don't want no more. Let me put it point blank and period to you. As a black man, if you as a white person tell me to bow down and pray to a white man as my God, I will immediately think you are my enemy. Because there's no way you could think that my almighty God must be like you. I would start to question your agenda, right? Right. Now, if we're going to be Christians and we're going to look at that book that governs the Christian religion, and all sects of the Christian religion governed by the same book, we have to go off of the descriptive characteristics of the individual called Jesus in that book. All right? And when you read it, different versions say different things, but they all come back to nobody that looks like you. So please, don't come to Jamaica pushing this white Jesus something, because it's going to make me look at you funny. Come on down, buy your land. Jamaica is a beautiful place. It is a tropical paradise. And for people who can afford a certain level of lifestyle, it is heaven on earth. You understand? I mean afford a certain part of lifestyle, like financially, because there are people who don't have a lot of money, but they are able to afford paradise themselves. So I mean, if you can afford it, like you can afford to be there. You being a foreigner, you're going to need dollars and cents. And if you can afford to be there and enjoy it to the fullest while being respectful and loving to the people, then by all means, come right on down. While you're here, I'm going to tell you a story. So I was in Jamaica not too long ago. I went to the beach, right, with my family, my wife, my children. And there was some Caucasian foreigners on the beach. Y'all remember the video, the vlog I did, one of my trips to Jamaica, where the white woman was so upset? So I'm going into this beach entry in Westmoreland, and I buck up in a Stone Love sound, a string up for party for keep. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Stone Love on the beach? Now, man, only in Jamaica can get them kind of vibes, yeah. And the big speaker them I bring out now and everything. Me and the selector, I forgot his name, from Stone Love, him say, yo, SouFlo. First he said, what a way you're a giant in a real life, bro. And me I said, what? And him said, no man, you're big and tall for real, brother. You're a giant in a real life, or you're big so tall so. And then me and him, we had a talk, and we were talking and thing. And I said, yeah man, I'm just there with the family, you know, we chilling and stuff. And boom, I go to support the bar, get some drinks, and then head down to the beach. And there were these Caucasian people sitting there at the table. And first of all, they started staring me up and down like I was a criminal. Now, I'm in beach attire. So was my wife. So were my children. And the woman just kept staring at my daughter like she wanted to spit on her. Like it's the most disgusting thing she had ever seen. You know? And I knew something was wrong already. So I started staring back at her. And I felt empowered to do it because I was in my own land. So nobody couldn't tell me, get your ass back on the banana boat. Leave my country. You see that? So I was like, okay, if you want to be treated nicely here, I think you better treat the people who come from here nicely. This is not where you're from. And if you want to treat people who are different from you in that manner, then go do it in your own country, because that's what y'all do, right? Anyways, a little later on, sound string up, music I play, big speaker, real vibes. And the DJ must have just read my mind, because the DJ is reeling off some tune that make you want to like slap the wall, but no wall never did it. So I'm out in the water, just a beat the water top like this. I'm like, yeah, the tune them, bare clean tunes too. Just some back in the day tune, early juggling, getting ready to set up for the crowd to come in later. Why this woman got so offended? She started walking around and pacing. She goes, and I'm out in the water watching, right? And to show y'all how I'm good with human behavior, I'm in the water telling my wife way out in the water. We're like 50 meters away from her. I said, babe, you know, say I vex, she get vexed because good music I play, reggae music I play, and she gonna say it I play too loud and all these things. No sooner I said that, she got up, went over to the place where the sound string up. Who's in charge here? Who is in charge here? This music is too loud. They need to build something in between this place and that place to separate us, because I don't like this. And her husband looks so embarrassed. And he's a white man. And he looks so embarrassed. You could see he was like trying to stop her from going. And I'm out in the water because I'm laughing the whole time. So I'm narrating what they're doing. And I'm like, F you, George. If you're not going to defend me, I'm going to have to stand and defend myself, because that's what her body language was with him, right? And then he's like, oh my God. And she marches over there and she's talking so loud, we out in the water could hear her now. I said, I told you that's what she was going to do. And she over there, go on with herself. She didn't stop there. She didn't stop there. Next thing me know, police arrive in full uniform on the beach. And I could see the people in the place that she was staying, because she was staying in one nice place that backs up to the beach, and them come up on them balcony and can walk right down to the water. I saw the people from inside running outside with these trays with a whole bottle in it and glass, like they're serving champagne. Free bottle of champagne on us. We're sorry for the troubles. What else can we do to appease you? And I said, boy, them people that don't have a choice, because they're thinking this is their money. And she's like, I should just book somewhere else. I should have just taken my money somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? I saw she go on and her husband is like, but I'm in the water joking still. I'm like, I hope one of them Jamaican gala, cause you see on the beach full of pretty woman. I hope one of them Jamaican gala fuck him away from you quick. And make him no want to go back a foreign with you. With your nasty attitude self. That's where you come on vacation to come do. Come colonize other people's land and bring your colonial mindset. Come enjoy the culture. Come soak up, just know, say, yo, I'm in Jamaica for a minute. And I don't like loud reggae music, because where I live, I don't do it. And it's not my thing. But I'm soaking up the ambiance of being in somebody else's country. That way when you go home, back in the it's so cold outside, you can remember how the sun was burning your skin in Jamaica, and how the music did nice, and how the people them was vibrant and smiling and willing to serve you and make sure you're all right and all these kind of things. You really bring your Karen ass here with that? I saw she go on, and I was right the whole way. So after that, man, I was just staring her ass up and down like, she kept going and going and going. Stone Love, them have to lock off the place. Them have to go get some things for build up on the fence, because it was already fenced off, but it was a chain link fence and it tall. They had to go get blockers, like put up some big chapal and something all around the section there, just so she couldn't see, because she doesn't want to see any of that. And it's the sight of all that. I'm like, what the So Miss Lady, I'm triggered. I am triggered when I see you, oh, there's 22 acres of land and you're coming to start your ministry. Please don't do it. Don't do it. We have enough of that already. We have enough of that already. And we got enough of y'all coming there, trying to impose your will upon people. I'm going to leave you with one more thing too, before I read some of these comments. Listen and listen carefully, because somebody is going to say, hey, there's a guy from Jamaica who does YouTube, and his platform has numbers, and he spoke about you this morning. So I know you will eventually see this. Please listen to me. Listen to me good, right? The Jamaican people are a different set of people. I'm looking dead in the camera when I say this to you. The Jamaican people are a different set of people. My granny used to say, when you think it's peace and safety, it's sudden destruction. Take that however you want to take it. But please come to the island. You see, from your nice to we, we're extra nice to you. You heard that? From you nice little bit, we extra nice. You see, if you come there with any kind of colonial mindset, or you come there like you're going to take over and run this and tell them who to praise and what to do, I'm guaranteeing you that it might not be today or tomorrow or a year or two. But you don't want to put yourself in a position where you have to take foot in hand, we call it, and run left your 22 acres of land. All right? So come with the right mindset, and you're more than welcome to be there. All right. You're the Finest says they want to stay so them grandkids can say I was born in a Jamaica. So me a Jamaican. While us with all our family from Jamaica who born a foreign, them we say, we are not Jamaican. That's one of it. That's absolutely one of it. I know Roddy's daughter says a big dirty disrespect that when them come and try to change our culture, norms, and ways. Play upon the beach, yes. Yeah. You know, I was so, I mean, I can't explain to y'all how happy I was. You can't imagine y'all drive around Jamaica and you say, yo, I could go over there so and go swim. Beach look nice, right? And you go over there and you're like, I want this big speaker, Stone Love. How often do you, when last any of you go to a Stone Love dance? We're not talking about no, just any DJ string up, you know. We're talking about the legendary Stone Love. And I'm saying to myself, yo, I'm only in a Jamaica this. And I'm here for it. My vacation just got 10 times better. And then I run into this rotted woman. Of all the people that could have been complaining and causing a problem, it was one of them. One of them. I'm like, do you realize that you're in somebody else's country? When I'm in the United States of America, I see all kinds of stuff go on here. I see rednecks do their redneck stuff. I just move out the way if it ain't my taste in things. You know, I see other people do their other things. I just move out the way if it ain't my taste in things. I don't go trying to dictate. And I'm calling the police, and this right here is just, they need to build something right here because I don't need to hear or see any of this. And I pay good money to be here. I should just take my money somewhere else. Hey, when she said she should have take her money somewhere else, you know, and just go book somewhere else, if you see the people them start run, I'm telling you, one guy run out first with one tray, with one bottle pan it and 2 wine glass, and they're serving her at the beach, and like they were, I'm saying to wifey, I said, you know, sir, them paycheck that, you know. So them, if she decides now, I want a refund and I'm leaving because you did not advertise that this place is noisy as hell, and you know how they will phrase it, right? I did not know that this place was noisy as hell and had a bunch of rambunctious people next door, and she could get online and write a report, like give her account, and that would stop thousands of other people from booking there. Oh no, we're going to Jamaica for fun, but we need some quietness. I don't want to be in the middle of the ghetto amongst the so no, I won't be booking that location because Cindy said last time she was there it was terrible. They strung up speakers that were big as a house and they were booming out her ear boxes. You know, they have their way of saying what they say. So the people that might try to keep them business, keep their income coming in. And some Jamaicans for know this too, is not everybody deserve to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like because what will happen is the more they impose their will and waive their dollars and impose their will and waive their dollars, if you keep on bending to it, they will just keep doing it more and more and more until you find yourself feeling like you are in the sugarcane plantation like your ancestors were. It's going to take some time to build up, but it'll get there if you keep on allowing and allowing and allowing and allowing. S. Diva says, SouFlo, they act so entitled. Have you ever noticed, for example, you're walking in the supermarket and they're coming towards you. Do you notice that they don't move out the way and they act like they want you? Yes. And I'm a kind of person like this. I look them dead in the eye when they come in my way and I walk right into them. You moving out my way. I'm not moving out your damn way. You know what I'm saying? Not unless I'm on the wrong side. Now I'm a grown ass person and I know when I'm wrong. So if I'm entering a door that says exit, I know that me I do wrong already. I'll move out your way if you doing the right thing with the door, because the door says exit and you're coming out. So I'm not going to fight you for it. But if I'm going down the aisle and I'm on the right side of the aisle and you up on the wrong side of the aisle are walking on my way like I'm supposed to move out your way, I'm not moving out no damn way for you. I don't move out the way for none of them. I don't move out the way for none of them. And when I was in Jamaica and I had to say what I said in front of everybody, and I did, and people was, look, y'all thought I whispered it? I never whisper it. You can't ask Shakira, you can't, and the people that were there. I didn't whisper it. That time of the day I take in a nice vibes, you know, man. Cause me, I said to myself, y'all know how I'm in love with my culture. Like, I say, yo, Jamaicans, the way how they talk is even different. Like a Jamaican man, when he might try to pick up a woman, he will say one thing and it means 10 different things, right? So I'm at the bar where them sell juice for kids to and everything like that. So I'm ordering some juice for the kids and order 2 drinks for myself. And there's a brother at the bar. And the girl where they at the bar, she well thick, like super thickness. Yeah man, that she in body that. And she have an outfit where you can say a beach attire, right? And she's there and she a serve. So she do 2 bend over move and none of them down here, so. And I up here so them there and things are show and one of the man them at the counter and he was like, so beg you some of that no? And immediately I'm locked in. Cause me know say him not talk about beg her some of the drink that she was drinking. She had a drink on the counter with a straw in it. And he was like, so beg you some of that no, and just randomly point. But me already know, me say, alright, I them something near me there for this is fun. Right? Because she now joins him in a banter, right? And she was like, he was like, beg you some of that now. And she was like, you can't handle this. I can't look on you and tell say you can't handle this. And I was like, okay, that conversation here gonna get good. Then I'm looking out the side and I'm seeing this woman, the way she has stare me down, and the way she looking at my child, and I'm like, oh, she has spoiled my vibes. She has spoiled my vibes. I'm here for stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? The girl turned around and said, you're a good boy. I like bad man. I talk about real gunman. Yeah, me like gunman. And you don't look like no gunman. And the guy was like, gunman? Then you have to be gunman for can handle you after. Me no gunman, but me sure me can try a thing. And she was like, that's what me I talk about. Yeah, I go try. But me don't want nobody where I go try. Me want somebody where confident and know say I go do it. And I saw the conversation that flow. This woman over there. I'm like, what is wrong with her face? But I'm like, you could have moved. You could have moved. So I knew that something was coming later. We just never know where it was. To rat it was the sound. And she wanted the sound turn off. People, the sound, a Stone Love sound string up a player. Everybody on the beach can hear it. You see when the lady went over there, the sound got turned down low. All me hear is, what one dance can do, what one dance can do. And I say, bumbo clock, man. Then it's the Godfather, them a play, and this woman have them turn down the music. Now, me can't hear the music way out in the water. Like, I couldn't believe they actually turned it down to please her, but they did. They turned it down to please her. Him say report, and I review. Yeah. Them turned down the music to please this one woman. And shortly after that, police came. And you want to see the police them to when them reach. Come here, look on them, I have my camera and I'm filming. But out of respect for them police there, I actually edited out their faces out of it. Because me I said to them, say, wanna reach quickie. Wow. So them call police. I want to show up. Them show up like they showed up to do something to somebody. And you can see the embarrassment on the police them face. It's like, I know so we have to go do something. Don't really want to do nothing. Nobody not doing nothing. Next thing me hear, because I'm listening. I'm getting ready to leave. Because my vibes broke. Me hear. So, where's your permit? I have a permit for string up out here and I have this gathering. That time some big poster out there, the poster them like 6 feet wide and like 4 or 5 feet tall. Big ass poster them out there, you can tell this is a planned event. And the selector from Stone Love, when I talk to him, I tell me, say, yeah man, our annual event this every year that day, yeah, so we there. And I say, okay, so it's not no, and then me hear the police over there. Where's the permit? You have to show me your permit and turn down the music. I'm like, you know what? I'm leaving. Yeah, she said she want gunman. Gunman ain't she? Oh, she like that. The man was like, gunman? Me I don't know gunman, but she said, me can't tell. He said, Me don't know gunman, no, but me sure me can try a thing. You see, that's what me I talk about. You are gonna try. Me don't want nobody, no man we are gonna try. Me want a man with full of confidence and know say I'm gonna do it. I'm like Jamaican women, they are so used to that too. Like they know how to feed the banter back and forth. You know what I'm saying? If you talk to a foreign woman like that, she probably give you a whole heap of giggles, but she don't know how to feed back the banter there. She don't know what to say. So I'm enjoying that this woman did brought me vibes. It's the same day I saw a woman on the beach that looked like a garland. You don't know what garland is? You know the white bird them will pitch pan cow and pick off the ticks them? I saw she look. At the first me ever see a baggy G-string. It's a white woman again, a foreigner, and her G-string baggy or rotting. Me never see somebody in a baggy G-string yet. She never have no body to clap the string in at the back. So the string just hang out and the crotches and the bathing suit just hang low. And she looked like a wet bird on the beach. And she looked like she pitching from flying from way over so where it was very snowy. And she land right there so and she try to get warm in the sun. And then me heard some young boy on the beach I talk about, Mama, beautiful, sexy body. You look good enough. Me I said, me I dead with laughing. Because me I said to wife, I say, yo, them boy I ride anything. Like, where them see beautiful in a that? Where them see sexy in a that? It's the first me ever see a baggy G-string. Our G-string was baggy. You know, say a Jamaica we there. So Jamaican woman them for them body well nice and round and sitting and if a G-string them have and the string last. Yeah, for our baggy G-string. And the man them still a make you feel good. So Miss Lady, I've seen y'all in baggy thongs. And we still make y'all feel like the sexiest thing in the world. That's how we are. That's how we are. So please come with the best intentions. And this ain't just for her. This is for her and everybody else who is not Jamaican, who's thinking of coming there. Come, buy up the place and do what you do. But please don't come with an open mind to submerge into the culture and the people them. You will find that you had the best time of your life. You probably could go write a book about it. Marilyn Grant says, OMD, I completely missed out on the beginning of the live. All right. Where you say, yeah, Mervin, standing on two hands. That's like the garland there, look at him stand up on two hands. She look like one of them wet garland there. When them stand up pitch on the cow back and the rain fall and wet them up and them just start pick the ticks them. That's exactly what I told wife she look like. Because that's exactly what she looked like. And man, still I tell her so she's sexy and she beautiful and she gorgeous and can I have a minute of your time and them kind of something there. Yeah, I have something to say to you. Come here now. Can I have a minute of your time? Slow down and... Jamaican men are something else. And that's some young boy too, you know. It wasn't even no like older man or nothing. And she looked like, may I give her take her, because you know how them age already. May I give her take her, she had to have been in her 50s. Mid-50s. But you know when I say mid-50s for them, she probably 30s or early 40s. But she looked like mid-50s or push 60, that age there. And that's some young boy that looked like they were probably like 19, 20, probably early 20s, 21, 22, them age there. Those guys probably are older than that because for us, it's different. You know what I'm saying? When you see them and you're like, hey, you look like, boy, you look too young for me. Me hear women say that all the time at Jamaica too. Youth, I look them and I talk about, Mama, you're good, you know, you look good, you know. Yeah, me if you turn up in your life like Ray, and she's like, you're a child. You look like one little boy. My son probably older than you. And you hear a man say, me are 32. So you can't have no son who are 32 and look so good. And she say, which part of you are 32? Because I'm a 32 for real. But for we 32, them look like 22. You know what I'm saying? For them 32 look like 52. That's why I'm aging her age like that in our baggy G-string. Yeah, big up to my Jamaican brother them same way. Cause you know we think already. Talk you right out of it. Yeah? Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna move along from this lady. I just want people to for those of you who tuned in late, I'll play her video one more time and you miss the argument, and then we'll move along to some.
Why did we buy 22 acres of land in Jamaica? A Canadian family moving to Jamaica and buying such a large parcel of land raised a lot of eyebrows, and we get it. The simplest answer to why did we move from Canada to Jamaica is that we are following where God led us. But we know for many people that can sound vague or even questionable. And fair enough, there's a lot of skepticism out there. But for us, this wasn't a sudden impulse decision. We've been coming to Jamaica since 2014, and for over 12 long years, this vision has grown. Moving wasn't easy. We had 25 acres of land in Canada and a business that took us 20 years to grow. We sold our home, closed our business, and said goodbye to our family and friends and the life that we knew. Leaving Canada wasn't about running away to a tropical paradise and escaping the winter. It was about following a specific calling that we felt confident was meant for our family here in Jamaica. So why 22 acres? For us, this land isn't about ownership. It's about stewardship. We see ourselves simply as caretakers of what God has entrusted to us. Our goal is to steward this land with honor and respect, growing food that we can share with our community, collecting and storing water, and learning to live sustainably in harmony with nature. So what's the actual plan? Let's clear up a few misconceptions first. We aren't building a cult, a school, a hospital, or a formal church building. What we are building is a gathering space. We plan to build short-term accommodations for groups and visitors who want to come learn about sustainable farming, people who love nature and love to serve others. It's a place to learn how to live off the land, care for the local community in practical ways, and share God's love through action. God has given us this beautiful vision. We don't have all the answers, and we're learning every single day, but our heart is to be good neighbors, to serve the local community by being the hands and feet of Jesus, and to honor this land. Thank you for walking this journey with us. Drop any thoughts or prayers in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next update.
All right. Enjoy your 22 acres. And I hope you see this. We're going to leave that right there and move along. The next topic I would like to talk about this morning. Say what you want to say now before I change the screen to the next topic. The next topic I want to talk about this morning is coming right up. It's coming right up. Well, I thought about, so this one won second place, right? And it was a swing that was demolished. So the swing that was demolished, I want to get into the video. There's a video of it first. I don't know who tell the people them for hold on. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, family, what going?
Another thing, they are busy at work.
Aye.
But, as Miss here, I say one more Jim Jones.
and that's the thing first.
Yeah, that's all we can say.
That's one of the things them where them do not accuse them of. So don't bother come down and come start no cult, you know.
No, I'm going to be honest with you. Me stop because me in and out and then we just are settling back now.
Yeah.
All right then, bye-bye.
All right, later. All right, so we're gonna move along. We're gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. They're not there to start any cult or anything. They want to be the hands and foot of Jesus. I'm just puzzled as to how Jesus would randomly tell a Caucasian couple to go be the stewardess of 22 acres of land all the way in Jamaica and pack up their whole Canadian life and their 20 years of business they took to build and all that stuff and ended up right here in tropical paradise, you know. But anyway, please don't think we're dumb, and you're welcome. That way. Yeah, anyway, moving right along. It's funny how the algorithm works, because I just watched a video of somebody drop dead off of one of these swings. It's a video on Instagram where it's a channel on Instagram that I follow, but I don't watch it too often. And it says people's last moments. And them swing the swing, and two women were on the swing. And in one of the videos, the two women that fell off that swing, they lived, but they were badly injured. Cause them dropped on one landing that was down further. On another one, they didn't live because the thing bust and them flyway gone and they died. So when I saw this swing in Jamaica put up, I said to myself, you know, say, somebody need to tear that down immediately because it looked like an accident that was waiting to happen. So Jamaica in fine style like everybody else, we're hustlers, and somebody was looking for a way to make some money. Now this is in Montego Bay. So tourists naturally is going to pass this and say, oh wow, we don't have to go to Bali for this. They have one in Jamaica while we're here. Come on, John, let's get on it. Let's swing, right? The swing, go way over the precipice and come back. It's to give you an illusion that you're going to fly off into nowhere and then click a picture real quick with you floating in the air and then you swing on back. There was a problem with this swing though. And as soon as I said it, I saw it, I said it. However, I woke up this morning and this I wish part it reached. Let me play the video for you about what happened so far with this swing. Here's the video.
We are in a community of Norwood Pen, and this morning several messages came in from various stakeholders across Jamaica pertaining to a video that we saw circulating on social media. And that video, when we observed, we realized that there was a giant swing in this community. So the team from the St. James Municipal Corporation came to do an investigation. Upon arrival and having completed the investigation, they realized that this structure here that is being demolished today has no planning permission. And Mr. Jackson here will tell us what is required for a construction to be done of any sort across the city of Montego Bay and St. James.
Hello, my name is Pete Jackson. I'm the acting chief.
Hold on, before Mr. Jackson start talk, big up to Mobay, big up to the mayor of Mobay, really cool dude. The brother them will put up the swing nice, you know. So it look nice and it's painted Jamaican colors and we advertise online, social media. The big swing is ready and all these things are open for business. We're open for business. But did y'all see in the video where the swing was gonna swing go? When I say the back part, which part the swing did I go swing go? Me I play it again. Me not get pan that.
We are in a community of Norwood Pen, and this morning several messages came in from various stakeholders across Jamaica pertaining to a video that we saw circulating on social media. And that video, when we observed, we realized that there was a giant swing in this community. So the team from the St. James Municipal Corporation came to do an investigation. Upon arrival and having completed the investigation, they realized that this structure here that is being demolished today has no planning permission. And Mr. Jackson here will tell us what is required for a construction to be done of any sort across the city of Montego Bay and St. James.
Hello, my name is Pete Jackson. I'm the acting chief engineering officer for St. James Municipal Corporation. For an activity like this to be approved by us, there needs to be an application for a building permit, for a building and planning permit. This has not been done. An application must be made to the municipal corporation for approval in relation to the structural aspect of it, so that we can check and make sure it is safe to the public. Also, there isn't any adequate facilities. There isn't any bathroom, any parking facilities. It's just at the roadside where when the patrons would come, the road would be blocked. So we have to make sure that all the necessary infrastructure is in place to accommodate patrons, and it is done so safely.
Right. In fact, it actually pains my heart to mobilize a team to do a demolition, because we believe in the diversification of attractions across the city of Montego and we support them. However, you have to ensure that any such attraction that is being thought of, being planned, and to be executed is being done within the remit of the law. And today what we have witnessed here is a total disregard for the St. James Municipal Corporation and the law of the land. Because to do this, you need a building approval, but also you need to get approval from the other stakeholders and the Tourism Development Product Company, Jamaica Tourism Board, and so forth. And we indeed served notice here, and when we revisited the location, we realized that the notices that we served, they were torn from the post, and it tells us one thing. It tells us that the persons who are behind this development are delinquent. First, you erected a structure without approval. Second, having been issued a notice, you tore the notice off the post. And now we have to take the necessary action. And this is the approach that we are taking right across the persons who continue to disregard the building permit and all the necessary laws that are associated with the municipal corporation. We'll ensure that we keep the order and get things done. Here you'll notice that there's no parking. There, as the superintendent said, no bathroom facility, nowhere for traffic to pull off, and it could create additional challenges for this community and persons who want to enjoy Jamaica. We also are concerned about the fact that there is no safety mechanism in place for this giant swing. And if there is an insurance company that has them on the books, we want that insurance company to come forward. Because for developments like these, you have to ensure that you have insurance, because this is a high risk type of attraction. So we are doing what is necessary. I know that it's not popular, but it is right. And we prefer for it to be unpopular than to lose at least one life.
Oh, did y'all see the drop? Honestly, the drop? Listen, I always say big up Jamaica and my Jamaican people them and the hustler them, because I love seeing it. I love entrepreneurship. I love hustling. I support it any which way I can, just because, you know what I'm saying? But hey man, at some point you have to draw a line. This is somebody, oh, you're the finest. They are gonna need the wings of Jesus to catch them. Yo, the mayor said there is no safety anything down there. But when you build those, right? I see somebody else said that tourist board get jealous. Okay, tourist board, you can go build these and get your proper permits and make sure Jamaica have them. Because honestly, people like them. They like to swing upon them and take picture on these kind of things. And you can have your proper harness where the harness don't show in the picture. If somebody, so it just look like, you know, when them send you up in the ear, you just, fly. And your vacation pictures look nice. It's a good idea. One thing with Jamaicans, man, they're full of ingenuity. And Jamaicans are going to build it. May I tell you this, you know? My problem with this, though, is we have to say something when we see something. And the algorithms led me from somebody just dying and then two women hurting themselves badly, falling off of one of these in another foreign country, and it led me straight to this one right here. So when we see it, I was like, oh no, not in Jamaica. They need to I hope somebody broke this down. I hope somebody stopped this. You heard what the mayor said? He showed you the sign. They were issued a notice. That means that when you come there, after you build it and you see the notice, you're supposed to contact the authorities who put the notice there and find out. They probably want to verify your permits and make you know, say, XYZ have to go on. It's off the side of the road. As the mayor was saying, when cars start to pull up, car people will line up on one, go up on it next and take picture, it's going to block traffic. They didn't think about all of these things. There's no parking there. This, that, and the other. The people them just have an idea and them go straight to it. That's what I like about Jamaica. They have an idea, they just run straight to it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't work. Sometimes it works long enough, you get the money, and by the time them shut it down, you're rich already. But not this where lives could be lost though. Did y'all see the drop? Want to see the drop? No man. The minute you drop them, close up that quick off. Yo, King Biggs. The minute you drop, every man a cut left you down there. You know? Nobody is gonna stay around to talk about, oh, yo, John, go pick him up. You know, she say, tourist man, each up in a one and three them down there, and her husband spread out on the rock stone. They are gone, them gone left here, you know. The minute you drop off of that, everybody cut. All you hear a bike and car engine. Go. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Yeah, man, SouFlo, you hear me clearly?
Yeah, loud and clear. What go on, bro?
Oh, but there, man. Yo, you know, say, maybe see the thing I'm saying, nothing wrong with authority, though.
Yeah, me not
Because-
think nothing wrong with what them do neither.
Yes, because, yeah. Go ahead.
This was necessary, bro.
Yeah, because you have to have somebody that rule the land. If I just do what they want to do, you know what I mean? What happens is that the entrepreneur, him the needs to know to have to go the right way, because second it up and people can realize it, it was a take so long for Nick to kind of catch on so fast.
Right.
But so as if a police pass there and somebody have authority figure, man, come back and lick it down. Yeah, because we want to see what's funny to pop at this. Yeah, but see, whole world same time, eh?
Brother, you see the drop? if
see,
somebody drop off of that, are dead, them dead.
A flyer fly in the air, man.
And then that's going to look bad for Jamaica Tourist Board, because you're going to hear all over the news, American tourist or British tourist was killed today on one of those big swings in Jamaica when the swing went up in the air and the tourist went flying and there was no safety net below. And now them are talk about Jamaican government and how them should have make sure say it was safe and up to protocol and all kind of something. So they have many things to lose out of this. Yeah, lock it down. Mash it down.
Yeah, but say that to be creative and travel kind of hard, you know.
And if them left it up, you know, pick them, we go, they go swing on it same way, you know. So, and other Jamaican people, we go, they go swing on it same way.
They kind of left loose, don't it?
Yeah, that's why them have to break it down. I see somebody say why they break it down. Why didn't they just help them to get the proper permits? Who's gonna stay there and secure it? Like, you know, here say we don't have no behavior. If we drive past and see that, yo, George, I want good places. We stopping a little bit, and next thing you know, we on it swinging, and somebody get hurt badly.
Yeah, yo, SouFlo, we have put out another thing there one time, Zane. A stage show thing, Zane. I know. You have a parish, close by parish, you decide to put it up, I'm going to pay for that one day, you know what I mean? I put up flyer them and thing. So by next morning, they tear them. It's like the parish council knowing what the table before yesterday and go see it and then make them checks, you know, see pop up on the system and go tear it down. You know what I mean? So the government they gonna always look and pop down anything that go beyond them. So the person who do it is a person who not about how this thing work.
Right.
You know what I mean? They can't do what they want, you know.
I wouldn't mind seeing them build one though, but I would want to see a safe one with a catch net. Somebody just put in the comment that the one in Bali and the one in China has a safety net under it. You know, I would want to see one in Jamaica. I would want to see a couple of them in Jamaica. Make sure that them would make money, because people would just pay to be on it. But I don't want it to be some haberdashery where people lose them life off it.
Watch you know? You have one of St. Anne. If you go to the place name of Rasta Youth of a business. When my wife got to go there a couple years ago, but you have one they can sing about way out and there's no safety, so I don't know how they'll find one yet. And if you go to the place, that's my wife later. But you can swing way out and come to the Rasta Youth own it. The whole place. Yeah, so the first one.
So him have one there already?
Few months worse. And one time I come to come and sing off. I looked down a record for about 200 miles down.
Wait, is there Jamaica?
Yeah. We should have called the man thinking, but he said, as the matter is that, I'm trying to work.
And the one them don't know it, they do.
They don't know it yet. I probably know, tell you how Jamaican authority work.
Yeah.
Just see, as long as I get some decent money behind the books, keep it unseen, and I call him on it, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then we can go on. I want to out in the public, I want to get out in the public, man, like round the public. I want to go up on a long trail, we're whipping on the mountain, you know, hiking, you know.
See it.
We're whipping on the mountain, and that, yeah, what I do something in life, I move up on my own.
Oh, boy.
Clean out and go way out, and come back. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to move on to our next topic, though, because we've exhausted that one. You know, me not go there over a weekend and thing, bro. Me have a long travels to do. Push out tomorrow morning early.
So the last one, right this week.
Yeah, could be. unless me check in over the weekend, like from a different state or something like. Normally when I'm traveling, me do that anyway. So me just check in from a different state or somewhere, and do some vlogging and stuff on the road and share some of the journey.
Yeah, man, be safe. I'm on the road, so be safe, is that right?
Yeah. All right, my brother.
All right, big up.
Manas. All right. Hey, he said there's a Rastaman in Jamaica that has one on his land, and it's been there for ages. For ages, I feel him worse, cause about 200 miles down y'all drop. But nobody don't drop off right yet. So, and him don't know how them not pull it down already. Me not go pan none of them something there. I'm sorry, but I'm not that adventurous. And it's not that I'm afraid of heights. My wife swears I'm afraid of heights. No, I just want to be safe. I just want to be safe. I would jump out of a plane with a parachute before I go up on one of those things. No. Moving on to the next topic of the morning now, what we're going to talk about is there's a woman. So it's going to get kind of serious now. Well, your King Big say him soon start insult Jamaica. King Bigs, easy now. Easy now. SouFLo, no, forget him for shouting the calls. You don't stop, man. You don't go on with yourself. So the conversation will get a bit serious now. Right? This lady is talking about her experience in Jamaica with the health system and something that happened to her. It's quite dramatic, or traumatic, I should say, or dramatic and traumatic. But we're going to have a discussion surrounding this. Alright? So we can't laugh while this woman gave her account, because this is no funny video, so. And I don't want her to be insulted. You know what? Let me save that one for last. Let me run through these couple of other topics first. It's 10 now. I think by 11 to 11:30 we should be out of here. I found this super interesting. That one also bothers me. Before we get to that woman there and what she had to say, this one all bother me. This. So, this right here that you're looking at. And remember, we had the conversation about the TCN and the MOU. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about right now, Jamaica's government signed a MOU, which is called a Memorandum of Understanding. It's an agreement they signed with the United States of America to receive TCNs, third country nationals. That means America will be deporting people and throwing out people they don't want, and Jamaica has signed up on board to take some of those people in. Yesterday I did a video on the Haitians that will be wearing ankle monitors and will be deported and what options they've given them, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I'm absolutely sure that Jamaica is one of the islands that said, send us anybody, just don't send us no Haitians. And the reason why I'm pretty sure of that is because Haitians have washed up on Jamaica shore from time to time, and them turn them boat around and send them go back to Haiti. They're not allowed to stay in the island. Now, somebody was saying, see, not even Jamaicans want them damn Haitians. Y'all don't even want your own Caribbean people. Why do y'all think we want y'all here in the US? For some reason, when I do these US immigration update videos, I've realized now that my comment section has turned into a place for people who have anti-immigrant sentiments to come leave them comment and spew their hate. I can't tell you how many of these comments I have actually, and I don't normally erase people's comments, but a lot of these comments are super disrespectful and super hurtful to the Caribbean community or to the immigrant community, period, across the board. So I just erase those. I don't even go back and forth with them. I just erase the comments. And every time I put up one of the video, them same thing. All right. Said it before, I'll say it again. We're willing to take in whoever the US sends, just don't send us no Haitians. Now, the Jamaican people, along with the opposition party, is saying, hey, at least tell us what is in the Memorandum of Understanding. Because, first you tell us that these people are not coming to stay. First you tell us you're going to only take a certain amount, and then the certain amount changed. Then you said they're not coming to stay, they're just passing through Jamaica on their way to their respective islands or their respective countries. And next thing you're telling us, well, if they decide to stay, it is their right to file for asylum and end up staying in Jamaica. So what is in that memorandum of understanding that our government has signed on behalf of us? Well, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, that's that lady whose head is in the red circle over there, so, as our Prime Minister is shaking hands with Marco Rubio, Secretary of State for the United States of America, out of the Trump administration, right there. They're shaking hands. Marco Rubio is the same guy that came to Jamaica and said, I don't want to hear nothing that Andrew has to say, really. Do away with the Cubans and their medical program. That's what I said, and that's what is going to happen. Even though Andrew tried to stand up for them, us and the Cubans have had a great relationship for the last 50 years. And Marco was like, yeah. Like I said, unless you want to be considered somebody who is facilitating human trafficking, do away with them, right? He left the country, and so said, so done. That relationship went into a splinter. So, in other words, then, our government and our leader of our government, our Prime Minister, he has to play game. So, people want to know what's in the memorandum of understanding. At least table it so the Jamaican people could know the details then, right? Since you didn't run it by them and ask them, are y'all cool with us taking in some deportees who are not Jamaicans from the US? Most Jamaicans are like, hell no, because we don't want no criminal boy, we are no free criminal. We're full of a criminal already, we have our own thing to deal with. Them never ask nobody, them just go sign it. So the people them say, okay, at least tell me what in it. Here is what she, whose head is in the green circle, said. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, says that she must, listen now, she must consult the United States government first before making the Memorandum of Understanding, or the MOU, on the TCN, Third Country National Agreement, public. It's already written up. Y'all already agreed to it and signed it. What you need to consult the US government about more. All the Jamaican people them say is, we just want to see what in it. She said she needs to consult. I'm puzzled by this. And somebody please tell me if I'm overreacting. Maybe me not understand what I'm going. But I'm puzzled by this. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, says that she must consult with the United States government first before making the Memorandum of Understanding, the MOU, on the TCN, or Third Country National TCN Agreement, public. So our government signed some agreement with a foreign government, and in order for them to tell us what in it, they have to consult the foreign government first. Get for them permission to tell we what in the deal with them sign on for we behalf, but we can't know what in it. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't know if some people know how your government work, right? But just a little heads up for my Jamaican people, because every time Mark Golden says something, I say a whole heap of well, love Andrew to death. And it's okay if you love Andrew to death. It's cool. If you think he's a great prime minister and he's doing all the good things for you and you're benefiting from it, then love him to death. I'm not against that either. We all choose a side when it's time to choose a side, whatever the case may be. However, when y'all see the opposition party goes against certain things and they ask certain questions or they ask for verification, Jamaican people, gather here. Me just explain to you how your government work. Because it look like you don't understand. Every time the opposition PNP side open up their mouth, you hear, move on, go. Nobody no want to hear from Uno. And Uno in a power. Wait till your turn come, which is never. Then you hear somebody else say, are hungry, them hungry for the power, you know, them want the power, so them can be the one where thief up everything. Then you hear somebody else say, every damn thing you have sitting for say about it. Hello, your opposition is necessary. They strike a balance. Some other part of government has to be there, or else it will be absolute power to one side and no checks. There has to be checks and balance. So that's what the opposition is there for, even when they are not in power, as in the ruling party of the country. They are there to look and say, hey, wait, hold on. So no go sign memorandum and never consult the people of Jamaica. Okay, can we at least know what the details are? They're still there to speak on behalf of. That's what they're there for. So they can come off of social media with the whole heap of stupidness one type, man. Sometimes when I see some of these comments, I know immediately that my people, a lot of you don't know how your government is run and what each party's purpose is in and out of power. Right? But with that said though, this is not puzzle uno. That this woman says that she has to consult with the United States government first before she can make this public. I'm saying, like, does that mean that the United States of America is actually who is running Jamaica right now? And that our prime minister is pretty much at their mercy and doing their bid. Right? Because if I have to consult with you about affairs that are happening in my house, and you run my house, I know me run it. If I have to get on here and consult with Donna Davis, or Saben TV, or ask your the finest permission to, or PG, or not, and them run the show, I know me run it. We're in a very interesting time. I don't know if you all realize this. I did another video. I put up too much content and a lot of you work and busy and do other things and you don't have time to keep up with it. But we just put up one next video where we talk about the administration, the Trump administration, and what they just did with the visa bonds. The visa bonds that have now been made permanent. 50 countries off bat, immediately affected. And in order to get a B1 or B2 visa, that's a business or just leisurely traveling to the United States of America visa, right? In order to get one of them visa there, these countries that are on the list, including 4 Caribbean nations, each one of their citizens will have to pay between 10, 15, or up to $20,000 in order to get a visa to come into the US. Now you have to think like this, right? There are relationships established across the board. Like some people have them mother will live in America, but them decide long ago say Jamaica they must stay. So them gone back to Jamaica. But you know, every holiday we get from work or anything like that, or you maybe run up on a weekend, go check for mommy, because mommy I get up in an age now and these kind of things, do some running around for her, make sure our house alright, and you fly go back a yard. Now go happen again, you know. Not visa and fly out. For them who are on the list, it's going to be 10,000 US up front, 15 or 20. And they say that once you have traveled back to your country, they'll give you your money back. But making you pay that kind of money up front is to basically say, you don't have no reason to run off in the United States of America. I asked for a visa. I'm there on 2 weeks of family, leisure, visit, or business. Business is going to take me 30 days. Boom, we stamp you a 30-day or a 2-week. You did your time, you leave on time. You don't overstay. If you overstay, you can't get your money back. And if you run off, you're definitely not getting your money back. But the thing that I find interesting is these Caribbean nations that are in it. The Caribbean nations, them that are in it, are Caribbean nations. I went and looked this up. This ties into what's going on right here. Pay attention. The Caribbean nations that are in it, I went and looked it up, and those Caribbean nations have investment, citizenship by investment programs, and some of them have decided to not take in TCNs, third country nationals from the US. So them they are the sanctions, some of the sanctions they got hit with. Now I'm looking at our Prime Minister. Remember me telling you the other day, I said, there's a lot of things that I think that Andrew Holness could be better at. And I still hold it against him because I see a lot of trickery. But the geopolitics that's taking place right now, he's doing a balancing act that I'm on the fence about it because I can't really fault him because you're playing with, you know what I'm saying? You get basket for carry water and at this time, so to speak. So how it look now, I just how it look now for him, and he's gonna have to skillfully try to navigate this while, I guess that's why the other day he came out and said his duty is to protect Jamaica. I remember when he said it, I said, protect Jamaica. That's choice of words. It's my duty to protect my children. Somebody's going to say, where you protect your children from? Nobody would even question that. That's your dad's duty. You protect your family, right? Everybody automatically know you protect them from danger. You protect them from strangers who might want to harm them. You protect. That's what protecting. So when him say it's his duty to protect Jamaica, I was like, who we in danger with is what him protect we from. I'll tell you the honest truth, you know. Anyhow, Jamaica get put on the list there, you know. And Jamaicans who want to go foreign and pick up a visa, them have to go spend 10,000, 15, and 20,000 US, respectively, whichever one they say that you should have to pay. Majority of Jamaicans now I'm going to make it to come to foreign anymore. Majority of Jamaicans are not going to make it to come to foreign anymore because although there's a lot of money in Jamaica, the average Jamaican who get a visa and fly out does not have 10,000, 15, 20,000 US dollars just to throw up front, so, and then still go do them business willy-nilly and come back. I'll pocket change that, man. I just gotta make them hold that. You know what I'm saying? So these are some of the things that you are being protected from, I guess. Not I guess, it is obvious that it is. On the citizenship by investment, something. On the American side, I read where they said that it is a national security problem for them. Any Caribbean island that has citizenship by investment and the citizenship by investment program is not ran the way America wants it ran, it's a matter of national security for the United States of America, simply because, and they explained it like this, there are countries out there that are on the ban list from traveling to the United States of America, you know, terrorism and all this other kind of stuff, how they paint the picture, and they said and then there are those who are on limited travel. So they have to be thoroughly vetted. And a lot of the times they are rejected from coming into the United States of America because they are considered hostile nations to the US. Well, with the Caribbean islands that have citizenship by investment, these people can backdoor their way through these Caribbean islands because they have a lot of money. So basically, it would allow terrorist nations who have a lot of money to invest heavily in these Caribbean islands and then switch up their identity and make their way into the US via these Caribbean islands as well. That's how it was put. So if you're not sign the memorandum, or if you're not doing away with that citizenship by investment something, sanctions upon your ass. And that's how they end up on that list right there. So yeah, Jamaica missed the list, but we missed the list because Andrew is doing what he has to do, skillfully navigating in order to keep us on there. Now, a lot of people are going to say, F that. Don't do nothing for them. Make them lock way off and put it on the list. You say that now. You say that now until we actually end up on the list and nobody can fly out. Then you're going to be saying something completely different. You know what I'm saying? So that part, hey man, I'll leave that up to him. I'll leave that up to him. He can carry that burden there and know where I'm supposed to do that. So, as far as Kamina Johnson goes though, her and the TCN MOU, where she's saying right here, she must consult with the United States government first before making that memorandum of understanding public. That is something that is very concerning to me. If there's nothing in it to harm Jamaican people, or if there's nothing in it that is against our best interest, then it should be no problem for our government to open it up and say, hey, we've tabled it in Parliament. Here it is. Opposition, come through. Read it out to the people and make everybody know what in it. So we can get past this and move on. But instead, they've been stalling and stalling and stalling. And now she comes to say, I have to consult with the United States government before I can make this public to you. Do with that as you wish. I'm not going to dwell upon that topic that much longer. I'm just showing you what's going on. You understand? Michael Manley was the only Jamaican Prime Minister who didn't take talk from nobody, and them give Jamaica some blood cleat sanction under Manley, see? Yeah, Manley was the only one that did it stand up in the way that he stood up, but at the same time, look at what was done by these outside entities when Manley stood up. You see, sometimes people learn. Even your opposition will learn from, okay, well, we see him do it, and we see what did happen. So do we want to take the people them through that? No. One thing about our people is, then we boost you up and say, yeah man, turn up against them and fight, yes. But you see when the sanctions start lick them and suffering start going, because we've worked our way into a position where it's not good for us. First of all, we are heavily dependent on tourism dollars, the little bit of it that we get out of the all amount that comes in. Because I know we make all of the tourism dollars, right? But we're heavily dependent on that. And majority of our returning tourists comes from the United States of America, right there. We've put ourselves in a position where then you must talk about our trade agreements and trading, and how much we spend annually, and where a lot of our stuff comes from. So here we are, sitting ducks really, because it's easy for us. Listen, if today China says, I don't like how y'all turned your back against us, and America is dabbling in your business, and you're giving America free reign to dabble in our business with you, I feel like y'all have become not our friend anymore, Jamaica. So we're going to level our own sanctions against you. If China level sanctions against Jamaica right now and America follow suit and say, I don't feel like y'all are towing the line for us, y'all are leaning more towards them, and them liquid from the angle that to Jamaica get frig. Jamaica get frig. In a more militant mind state, and I mean militant not as in military, but militant as in, make everybody take away everything with them give it. Take away whole light. It's time for us to get up off our knees and become self-sufficient. You understand that now gonna be an overnight thing though, right? You do understand that's not, because I've heard that conversation. Let them go. Make all of them take with them and leave us alone. And we need to go back to our farming, and we need to go back to grow what we consume and manufacture what we can open. This will force us to open up our own production. It's not like we don't have the ingenuity. We have brilliant people. Y'all remember when the COVID-19 something did happen and they were in a frenzy? Oh, we don't have any ventilators. And Crawford said, I hate to put it to you like this, but turn on the yard, because if you come out here and get sick, and you end up a UE, up a hospital, we only have a limited amount of ventilators. And if you come in there and miss a man who is somebody prominent come in there and need a ventilator, who you think them are going to get the ventilator to? That was just Mr. Crawford being very honest and blunt with us. The light at the end of the tunnel was our own youths them got together from one of them university there, I don't remember which one, and manufactured, they designed and manufactured working ventilator and showed our government that, hey, we don't need to be begging other nations for ventilator and here having our people in a panic like, oh, we don't have enough, we look, we just made ventilators, just invest in ours so we can manufacture our own and make more. And I said back then, Jamaica could right now open up a whole factory, manufacture ventilators and sell them to other foreign countries who needed them. It's something that's always going to be needed. What did they do? Them show off the youth them on TV, and then we never see them or hear from them again. Jamaica is not manufacturing ventilators today. So maybe it's time. I hear the hardliners say, we have to fall down, man, and then we have to get back up. We have to go time for we get up off and we need them in front of them people here and start making our own things and producing our own this and that. I hear you and it sounds good. But you better understand that that are going to come with a whole heap of suffering. It's going to require a unified mindset by majority of the people that this is what we're going to have to go through for a time period until we get up and running. But we have to go put different infrastructure in place for XYZ, food production, for manufacturing, for all the other things that we might need and heavily use heavily, these kind of things. So we don't need nobody on the outside more than such. And whoever else is still friendly with us and willing to barter and trade, we can also do with them back and forth as well. But these big first world powerful nations, if we cut them off, that's a hard ask to ask. That's a hard ask to ask. Because majority of our people them are going to cry first of all, and then cuss who is in power. Them now going to see the bigger picture, you know. That's where we're trying to reach. All them are going to know says, yo, we are suffer like dog down here, you know. And when time him never in a power, things did better. And then it becomes a political thing. And that a man, the rulership will suffer like dog. Make him come out. We have vote for the next one. Raddy's daughter says sanctions in Jamaica back in the day was not good. People stood in line for food, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Remember when them used to hand out the bag them with the sugar and the one bag of sugar, bag of milk, powder, and bag of flour, and them used to ration out stuff, and one time you had to buy some of this to get some of that, and all kind of sitting like, nobody know want to go back on food line again, and all them something there. And they can now add other things to it too, like the travel ban, and the control is real. Absolutely. Not only that, them can squeeze off the food supply of what is imported into the country. Cut that off completely. Remember, you know, he who feeds you controls you, you know. So we have worked ourselves into a position to where we are heavily dependent on certain things. As soon as them things that get locked off, we're going to start ball. It's kind of like the people them who live a foreign long, and you're used to, you turn on your pipe and there's some hot water in there and you mix a little bit of hot with a little bit of cold and you take a warm shower and you're out the shower in 5-10 minutes and stuff. And then you wake up every day, you flip light switch in your house, or you walk into some rooms and the lights just come on, and you know you have just lighted everywhere. Electricity is always there, internet is always up. And then you go visit Yard or some other Caribbean island and light gone 2 times out of 1 week where you're there already, 3 times out of the 1 week where you're there already. You're in there sweltering because it's summertime in Jamaica and not even the fan them can't work. You know, you go out the door, the heat box you down, you can't stay inside because it's hot as rotted in the house, light gone, everything in the fridge melt. And now you're cussing Jamaica and you're like, man, I want to go back to foreign because of this me used to. I see them thing. We've become used to certain things where as soon as they get taken away, a beer noise are gonna make. And they know that, well. So now little Jamaica is going to be in the middle of two opposing giants who wants it, US and China, which is exactly Saban TV what I've been saying. The pretty girl named Jamaica, she is stuck in the middle, and the giants are fighting for their dominance. These are their two words. Their dominance and their influence over her. Which means her and her children, her and her people. Their dominance and their influence over her. And we are right in the middle, right here. You see how I do it on screen? This is a perfect picture right here. If you take Kamina Johnson outside, Jamaica and I middle like this, you have the US that's why you have Jamaica that's so. Look on Andrew face. Andrew, I said to him like, bro, y'all are something else, man. But yeah, I see what I'm playing game. I'm playing game. I remember using syrup for sugar back then. Syrup for sugar. Remember, we used to put the sugar in the milk powder and mix it up and yam it raw like that. Never add no water or nothing to it. See? Yeah, when you go to Jamaica and light gone and them something there, a mosquito is zinging at your ears and I know hot water on the boat. I end up being for days. I pray for your ticket done. Your days run out. Boy, 2 weeks me come from, I can't wait. I am on the 12th today. 13, I'm fly out on the 14th. And these things. Boy. What you say? Like up the live. 373 likes and 1,000 people watching. Big up to the people that I'm tuning in who watch the live and then remember to hit the like button. I understand that some people don't remember. I appreciate you greatly when you do. So just hit the like button or the thumbs up button for us, please. And then for the people them who are going to hear me say this and still don't hit the thumbs up button, then I can't convince you and I'm not even going to waste my energy trying. You know what I'm saying? I'm flowing with the good energy people them. As a matter of fact, perfect timing to segue and say something. The lesson of the day is teamwork makes the dream work. And I know you hear it all the time that says teamwork makes the dream work. But please remember this and apply it to your life as well. Stop aligning yourself with or trying to align yourself with people who are going in the opposite direction of you. Big example. If I have 100 pounds and I'm trying to move it to the left, but you feel like it figure to the right, what we have there is called a tug of war, right? And then if I have 100 pounds, I'm trying to move to the left, and you decide, say, I left it for going on SouFLo, me see what you say, and you join hands and make it move to the left, the journey gets much easier, the mission is accomplished. All right, so stop trying to align yourself with people. I don't have time for you to try to convince nobody no more. Grown people make their choices and they do where they feel like. You know, it's just like if you're in a relationship with somebody who is not respecting you, not showing you love the way you desire to be loved, all of that stuff, left them and go find somebody else because them know what them a do. Them just decide, say, you're not the person that's going to get all of that from them. If them could have left you right now today, and you see them with somebody else tomorrow, giving that somebody else all of the things them that you desire that you never got from them. And it's not because you're not worthy of it, it's because them decide, say, that I know what them are going to give you. So just let them, make them go find somebody give that to, and you go find somebody who can do that for you. Same thing in business, same thing in life, period. Right? But now convince nobody to do nothing again. I ask, hit the thumbs up button please as you enter the live, or if you're here and you like up the live because you're there, watch the content. If you decide you don't want to, then on to the next subject. Just like that. Alright, so the next one we're going to talk about now is may I take this one off of the screen? I'm going to say this before I take this one off the screen though. The only thing about this, I do understand that our Prime Minister is in a delicate situation right now, and I would not want to be the person who is navigating these geopolitical waters that our Prime Minister has to navigate right now. In saying that though, I don't see why the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, feels like they have to consult with the United States government before they can make public what is in the TCN memorandums or memorandum. That throws me all the way off, and now my mind I think all kind of suspicious something where I can't even say half of it on here. Because you know them quick for label your platform as an anti-this and a this, that. So some things we speak, some things we don't speak, we just allude to and keep it moving. You know what I mean? All right. Same way, so you're the finest. Same way, so. So we're going to move along right now and take on the next topic. All right, we've talked about the swing. We've talked about the white lady with the 22 acres. We've talked about the... Let's talk about our dear brother, Ninja Man. And then we'll save the woman story for last after this. I said by 11:30 we should be out of here. 11 o'clock, I say no. And we're almost at 11 and we're not going to know. So we're going to shoot for about 11:30. The original gold teeth, front teeth, and Gaga, Ninja Man. Ninja Man, big up yourself and which part you're there. Well, me know which part you're there because you can't move around. You're there at prison. Because they want to tell one lie, not a few. We'll see. We will see. Moving right along. Now, Ninja Man, as you all know, Ninja Man is trying to, well, he's filed his appeal. And his appeal to overturn his life sentence. There's Ninja Man's side, his defense team that said, the last video we talked about Ninja Man, his defense team said, first of all, if y'all didn't know it, Ninja Man's attorney was Queen's Counsel, what's her name there? Valerie Nita Robertson. Valerie Nita Robertson died pretty much suddenly not too long ago. Ninja had to shape up and find a next team and, you know, new lawyer take over case we have whole heap of details, them have extra time to go study through the detail, all this other stuff. So it threw his appeal into a tailspin. We didn't even know that he was appealing. We just think Ninja Man did go on and do him time, but he's appealing. His now attorneys came out to say that he should have never been even charged in the first place. And they laid out why he should have never been charged in the first place, right? Okay, now the Crown has answered them. And the Crown, for those of you who don't know, because some of them are foreign long and understand more how US and other nations' legal system work, more than how you understand how Jamaica legal system work. So the Crown would be the prosecution side of things. They're the ones that brought the charge against. And the Crown defends Ninja Man's conviction. His attorneys are saying, which is their job to say, he should have never been charged because XYZ. The Crown urged the Court of Appeals to uphold the conviction and the sentence of dancehall entertainer Desmond Ninja Man Ballantyne and his co-accused, arguing that there was compelling evidence that they acted together to murder Ricardo Johnson. One of Ninja Man's son had a massive stroke recently. I believe he had multiple strokes, and part of his body is not working and he doesn't even process or speak the same anymore. Last update we had on that, we were told that his face is twisted and his facial features are disfigured from the stroke. Some people are saying I am karma. Other people are saying it's from his health issues and the poor environment that he's in that has exacerbated the health condition, and now, but them nah let him out because of that. So the 2-day appeal hearing before the 3-member panel of Justice Frank Williams, Lorna Shelley Williams, and Marcia Dunbar Green, those are the 3 judges on the appeal bench, with the court serving judgment. During her submission, Pike rejected the defense argument that the trial judge made an error in allowing the case to proceed and that the Crown's evidence of a joint enterprise was weak. That is what Ninja Man's attorneys said. That it was vague or that it was inconsistent. She argued that the prosecution's case was quite cogent and coherent, and that several witnesses provided evidence of critical actions involving all 3 of the accused men, including Ninja Man as well. She also argued that while there were shortcomings in the evidence, those issues were matters for the jury and they did not justify withdrawing the case at all. So relying on the R versus Galbraith and other authorities, including Ellis, Tybo, Pike, said that once there was evidence that was capable of supporting a conviction, questions of credibility and interference were all for the jury to decide. Pike then submitted that the evidence showed a common chain of events involving Ballantyne, which is Ninja Man, and his son Janiel Ballantyne, and another man by the name of Dennis Clayton, beginning with threats that were made before the shooting actually took place, eyewitnesses describing exactly those events, how they happened. She told the courts that witnesses heard the threats that were made against Johnson and another man, including statements that Johnson's family should prepare for his funeral. Call him up, murder him. And then they followed up and did just that. She noted that the accused men returned minutes later after making those same threats, to include him family better prepare for him funeral. They returned minutes later armed with weapons, demonstrating a shared intention among all of them to take this man's life. Pike submitted that there was no accidental return and that the evidence suggested that all three of the men returned to carry out the threats that they had made moments earlier. So the intention was there. They planned it. They said they were going to do it. They left. They had time to think. They came back with weapons and they executed it. She pointed to evidence that Clayton approached with a metal bat, while Ballantyne, who is Ninja Man, and Janiel, who is his son, they arrived in a vehicle and they were armed with guns. The Crown said that the men entered the premises and the individual who they threatened ran. They chased Johnson down and another man through the yard, and then shots were fired while they were chasing them. Pike then argued that under joint enterprise principles, it did not matter which person had fired that shot, because anyone who shared in the intention to carry out that attack could be held responsible for the actions of others who were involved. So that's kind of like if me and you got confront a man now, right? And the two of we did threaten him from earlier. Hey boy, anytime I see you, wait, matter of fact, stay right there, so wait till me come back. And the two of we left. And then we show up. Or one of we left and then show back up. And then two of we start chasing him after making such threats. And I'm the one who fired. You can be charged as well, because the intention was made known and everybody acted in concert. You can't go court and say, well, me did hear SouFlo say more killing me now. When him did I run him down with the gun, me did I run beside SouFlo too with a bat. But me never did mean to kill him. Me did just want to lick him. But SouFlo shot him and kill him, so SouFlo alone and forget the murder charge too. That is how this case is. Explained? Understood? Right. So the Crown is saying Ninja can't subtract himself from this, because the threats were known and they all acted in concert, knowing that those threats were made. So therefore, all of them intention was to kill the man, no matter which one of them make the threat and no matter which one of them fired the gun. I've seen in the United States of America, just to put this out there, where some youth break in a house. It was 3 black youths from Florida broke into a house. Of course, their family was in court. Because they're young, they were teenagers. They got arrested, they got charged as adults, and they got sentenced to like, it's some crazy number of years just for broke house. But somebody died in one of those houses and it didn't have nothing to do with them. It had to do with a heart attack of an elderly individual who was in the house. And they charged all 3 of them with the death of that individual in the house. And their family were like, this is so unfair. This is because they're young black men. Whoa. What that? Just because, they argued in court that the prosecutor argued in court that had they not broken into the house, which is a crime, and this person died from fright in the middle of a crime that they were committing, and had they not broken into the house, the individual would not have been frightened enough to have caught a heart attack and died. So they caused the death of this individual, and they got sentenced to prison for that. You know, it took me a while to figure that out. Scratch my head, but then I was like, you know. Honestly speaking, they're right. They're right. So, in this case, she said, this is how it went down. The Crown said that the evidence placed Clayton near the back fence shortly after the shooting happened, which supported the argument that he was a part of that pursuit. Pike acknowledged that no witness identified who fired the fatal shot, but said that the trial judge properly directed the jury that suspicion could not replace proof and that the prosecution had to prove the common purpose beyond a reasonable doubt. Here's what is not going to happen. If three will run down a man and eyewitness say, I want to shoot the man, but them just can't tell her which one pulled the trigger because two of we did have gun and one did have a bat. This has to come down to the two individuals who had the gun. Mind you, they're going to charge the one with the bat because him is chasing two in the event where the person is killed. Him never stop and say, you know what, me no want to chase down the man. If him did stand up here, so me da lick him with the bat, but you know chase him with gun and me think you know shoot him, so me no want in that. You gave chase two, you catch the same charge. Who pulled the trigger though? If they don't have the guns to run ballistic, who pulled the trigger? Is two people have to get charged with murder. Who the witness them said them did see with gun. They said they saw Ninja Man with a gun and they saw his son with a gun. And them see the third youth with a bat. Now, she also defended the identification evidence, arguing that witnesses had sufficient familiarity with the accused men because they live in the same community and they had known these men for years, Ninja Man and them, so they would have never had a mistake or mistake them for somebody else. She said that recognition did not require extensive conversation, but required a genuine opportunity to know and identify a person. She made similar arguments in respect of the voice identification with respect to Janelle. The Crown Counsel, Sean Nelson, later addressed the challenge of the judge's directions to joint enterprise, arguing that the defense had wrongly relied on the principle from Jogi, which deals with parasitic accessory liability. This is all law jargon which me and you don't understand. So let me get to the part where we understand. Nelson told the courts that Jogi applied these individuals, I guess Jogi is the judge, applied where where individuals agree to, okay, they are explaining. This Jogi applies where individuals agree to commit one offense and another offense occur during the course of that crime. He argued that that was not the situation in this case. This was a well-organized assassination in which the intention from the outset was to assassinate Nelson. He argued that there was no separate crime B because the Crown case was the Crown's case that the accused men acted together from the beginning with the intention to kill Johnson. None of them can get away from this because they all acted in concert, they planned it, and they executed it. He said that Clayton and Janelle did not claim that they went to the location for another purpose and that the killing happened unexpectedly. That's not what they said. Instead, their position was that they were never present. And I saw them end up lose. Them could have said in a court that something else kick off and this end up happen, but I know me pull the trigger, but instead they opted to say they were not there. It wasn't me like Shaggy, and they were able to prove that they were there. And it was you. Nelson argued that the trial judge correctly gave the conventional joint enterprise direction and that the use of the word foresight did not prejudice the accused. He said that the jury was properly instructed that a person did not have to fire the fatal shot to be guilty if they played a role in the common purpose and encouraged or assisted in this attack, which all three did. Nelson also addressed the grounds of appeal concerning the prosecution's failure to disclose earlier that its key witness had been located and had been placed in witness protection program. Now, the defense had argued that the late disclosure of this key witness that was in witness protection that they pull out at last minute mounted to a trial by ambush and affected their ability to prepare a cross-examination for this individual, particularly on credibility issues and the witness 8 years of absence. You see, that right there, so it is a flicker of hope for Ninja Man freedom, right there. Because the Constitution says that anything is going to be used against you, it is your constitutional right that your defense team is furnished with such info and material, and they need to be done in a time frame where your team get it, acknowledge they've received it, and have proper time to mount a proper defense. May I tell you, you have to have some skill, lawyer, because sometimes you're guilty and technicality you can come out. And sometimes you're innocent and technicality you can do a life sentence if you don't have a lawyer who is skilled enough to navigate this law jargon thing. The defense had argued that the late disclosure, because them did have this person in a witness protection program, the person was missing for 8 years. I told you all this before, I'll say it again. I remember when they printed in the paper in Jamaica that Ninja Man looked like he saw a ghost when the person walked into the courtroom, and apparently had not known that the person was there and is going to show up, and it had been 8 years and they had the person in witness protection. So last minute, when their defense team got wind of this, their defense team didn't have a proper counter to cross-examine this individual and test them credibility and see if what them say is true, which I think if this is the defense main witness, which it was, this alone right here gives a flicker of hope for Ninja Man's freedom if his case is either turned over or they decide to do a retrial. Nelson rejected that argument though, saying that the disclosure delay caused no prejudice, and he argued that the witness had faced threats and intimidations, that protecting that witness safety was a very necessary public interest consideration. So that is what they had to do, to hide that witness and act like the witness don't exist until last minute. He said that the defense already had the witness' previous statements and had sufficient opportunity to prepare for that cross-examination. But the problem is that I think the defense thought that witness no longer existed. Nelson maintained, though, that the trial judge allowed adequate time and that there was no unfairness or abuse of process or any prejudice as well. Crown Counsel Sherelle Smith also argued that the life sentence that was imposed on the father and son duo was appropriate. She submitted that the trial judge, considered all the relevant sentencing factors, that the absence of an explicit reference to a fixed term before parole eligibility did not mount to legal error. Smith said that the sentence were consistent with established sentencing principles for serious offenses and should not be disturbed. Keep it just like it is, because they got exactly what they deserved. The judge did not make any mistakes, and we see no reason for this appeal to be granted, an overturn or a new trial or anything like that. Please uphold the sentence that was given to Ninja Man, his son, and their co-accused. Smith said that the sentences were consistent and it was established under proper sentencing principles and guidelines. Ballantyne, which is Ninja Man, his son Janeel, and Dennis Clayton, they were sentenced to life in prison in 2017 after they were convicted of a 2009 murder of a Kingston resident by the name of Ricardo Johnson, shooting with intent. The prosecution case was that the killing arose from a dispute in the Lower Mall Road area, St. Andrew, and that the men made threats to kill this person and they returned momentarily later armed with weapons, chased the individual and another man through a yard, opened fire on them, one got away and this one got killed. You must understand that the one that got away probably also testified as well that this is exactly what happened, and him know who him did argue with earlier, who get a threat earlier, and who him see come back, and that's why him took cat off him life and run when him see the guns them waving, and him escape, but them kill him brethren. So, tiny window of hope for Ninja Man, but we don't know. Let's see. Is Ninja Man gonna make it out of prison? I don't know. Imagine if Ninja Man come a road and a small promoter put on a show with Ninja, Bujo, and Cartel titled The Release of the Icons. Show sell off. Yo, SouFLoTV TV. Yeah, because Bujo did oversaw, right? And do film, 10 years? Cartel go to 13, Ninja Man would do film and come out. And then the release of the Icons, a big show that National Stadium couldn't hold that neither. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Hey Flo, what going, boss?
I'm there in the family, what?
Just land back in America.
From ya?
Yeah, remember I tell you that I on last week, so.
Yeah. How was your trip?
Good. As we just pick up my car from the airport and I log on and I'm talking about the Ninja thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you had gear up to change the topic, but I kind of lost because I come in late.
All right. I was gearing up to change the topic and go on to the last topic of the morning, but...
I have a question then.
Mm-hmm.
You said, did the defense receive something from the prosecutor in discovery?
Yes. So the defense,
oh, okay.
Yeah, the key witness to the defense, they had that person in witness protection, and that person was missing off the radar for 8 years. It turns out the person was in a foreign country. I think them send the person come to America in a witness protection program. So Ninja Man, them attorney now, although they had a printout of the person's original statement, them never thinks that the person exists anymore, because they were not mentioned in preparation leading up to, when you have the pre-meeting them will lead up to before trial supposed to start, they were not mentioned in there, so them never planned a cross-examination or credibility check for this person. So the person just appeared in a court, and it caught them off guard, so they couldn't properly defend him against that person.
Yeah, and by right, legally, they have to share all that in discovery. So you're right, bro.
Exactly.
It's a sliver of hope.
It's a sliver of hope, bro, for Ninja.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure. I could just start listening, so I make you go on.
All right, my brother, and welcome back.
Right. Yeah, man.
Manners.
All right. Were the guns ever recovered? Because that would have narrowed the case down big time with forensic ballistics. No, that the guns were never recovered, and that's another thing. So they don't know who fired what and who was holding what either, and that's another reason why everybody just get it. I think they would have all been charged with murder regardless, because them charged the guy who did a hold the bat. With him get charged with murder too, and I want bat him did a hole and a gunshot fire and kill somebody, and them still charge him with murder. Him never fire no shots from the bat, but he was a part of the plot to take this person's life from what they have come up with in the prosecution angle of this. So him get a charge to have murder. So that's the update on the great Ninja Man. You know, I have no dog in this fight. Let the chips fall where they may. Like I keep on saying, I just found it really weird that Ninja Man was out on road, working with police, doing free shows for them and motivational speeches for the youths and all these other things. And if them say perform over there, so him go over there, so go perform him, go show up at this event, he does. And then suddenly Ninja came on social media and said, me done. Me done being the donkey where I follow the carrot. So whatever them want to do, make them go and do it. Anything or anything, you can hear say, me get charged or lock up or anything like that. And within the next day or two after I said that, he was in prison. So I think that there is more to this. It's either Ninja did involve in it, and them coulda keep him free if him did continue to toe the line, but him decide somewhere to someone who is influential and connected, him now continue to be the donkey where string along with the carrot, and them decide say, well, we have something in the bag against you anyway, youth, so go on in a prison, and them slam him in there. It's either that or me no know what else to think. The case fabricated because them have them witnesses and everything like that. So I don't know. I don't know what to think. I wish him all the best. And I hope this works out in a manner where justice is served. Because me wouldn't want nobody kill my family member and get away with it. I don't care who you are, how much good song you sing, or how good you are on stage. At the same time, I wouldn't want anybody be locked up doing a life sentence that wasn't the actual killer. So it goes both ways. And like me say, I don't have no dog in this fight. I deliver the update and I keep on moving to our next subject. All right. Our last one for the morning. Jerome reaching you. Jerome, big up yourself. Manners and respect. I always feel like Ninja got framed. Me too. But there's a twisted way in which I feel that he got. Let me be honest. This is just me talking my thoughts. This is not me saying he did it. This is me saying what I was thinking. And because me think something though means that it is factual. Okay? It just means I think and I'm thinking out loud. So I'm going to share my thoughts with you, my family. I think they had proof that Ninja was involved in the shooting. Whether he did it or he didn't do it, they had proof that he was involved in it. And I think they used that for years to control him. I think he got tired of being controlled and he said, F the whole owner, me go to prison already. If I that no want to do, make me go back, but me not gonna stay out here and be nobody bitch. Where you tell me what to do and where to be and where to go and all that. So I'm done. And once he said him done, somebody said, that you say? You sure? And him say, yeah, I'm done. And them say, all right, prepare yourself to go in. Him say anything, you know. And next thing you know, he was in. I think that's how things went. But like I said, we'll keep following the updates, and wherever it turns out, right? Wishing Ninja all the best. Hate to see so much talent wasted, but justice must be served. And may true justice be served, guilty or innocent, either way. Now, the last topic for the morning is this right here. There's a video that I want you to listen to, and when you listen to the video, then we can have a conversation surrounding the video. This one is going to surround Jamaica and Jamaica's healthcare system and what happened, a tragic event that took place, as this lady gives her explanation, because her whole goal is to save Jamaica. And that she wants to save we. My question at the top is, can Jamaicans save Jamaica from more of this happening? And without further ado, I'm going to play you the video. It's kind of lengthy, so pull up a chair and get comfortable and listen to what she had to say. Here we go.
Jamaica, come close. Today I want to share a story with you, my story. And I'm not sharing this with you for the views or the likes. I am sharing this with you because hopefully it brings us together as a people so we can stop accepting certain things in this country. Today is August 3rd, 2026. 1 year, exactly 1 year from the date my husband passed away. Last year, August 3rd, 2025, our anniversary, his birthday, our wedding day. My husband, the love of my life, my best friend, he was loved by everyone. He was a taxi driver, he was a farmer, he was a father, he was a lover, he was a best friend, he was my everything. We went out to karaoke that night in Pineapple to a place called Ice Factory. And while we were there, we were having a great time as we always do. And my husband, he danced, he laughed. I sang his favorite song to him, Love on the Brain. He sang my favorite song, Baby Can I Hold You. He looked at me and he said, babes, I love you. You've made me the happiest man alive. God bless you and thank you. You're my wife for life. And then he danced and danced and danced his way to the door of Ice Factory and collapsed. Now when he collapsed, I went there, they screamed out and I ran there and I performed the first life-saving measures, CPR. And then we got him into the back of a vehicle. Now we know how close Pineapple is to St. Anne's Bay Hospital. This was about 2:30 a.m. in the morning, so you know there was no traffic on the road. So we got to St. Anne's Bay in less than 10 minutes. When we pulled up to the A&E section, which is the emergency room of the St. Anne's Bay Hospital, a security guard was sitting out there and I screamed to her, I have an unconscious and non-responsive patient. She looked at me, Jamaica, and said, me no know when porter there. Me have to go look for one. So I wasn't going to wait. So the driver and his cousin who was in the front seat, because I was in the back seat of the car with my husband, still the entire time performing CPR on him, holding him head up, breathing, doing all of the stuff that to try to get him back revived. So they jumped out the car. We got the gurney ourselves. We placed him on the gurney ourselves. I was at the back, he was in the front, and I pushed him inside the emergency room of St. Anne's Bay Hospital. And I screamed out. There was a doctor sitting behind the desk on his phone in a red coat. And I screamed out, I have a non-responsive and unconscious patient. I pushed him inside one of the curtains, because it's not really a room or a ward. It's just like a section separated by curtains. And the doctor took up his phone like this and got up and walked slowly over there and said, nurse, get the O2 sensor. And him get up out of his seat slowly, Jamaica, and walked over to where I was. And him looked at him and said, hook him up to the machine. And the nurse put on the O2 sensor on my husband's finger. It read 97%. While the cardiac machine was flatlined, the oxygen ran 97%. So I looked at the doctor and I said, you're not going to shock him. You're not going to try to restart his heart. You're not going to perform any life-saving measures. You're not going to do anything. Because he picked up my husband's hand and said, time of death. And I said, so you're not going to attempt to save his life or resuscitate him or do anything at all. I said, as a matter of fact, the O2 sensor, sir, says 97%. So therefore, he is getting oxygen. The doctor looked at me, Jamaica, and said, miss, no worry about that. That now work. That never work yet. So me I think to myself, so why the hell you put it on my husband's finger if it now work? Him said that you have to look on the cardiac machine, the flatline. So me say, you're not going to try to resuscitate him. The doctor looked at me and said, miss, you want me to perform miracle? Are you a medical person? I said, no, but I understand the first steps in life-saving measures. And after you perform CPR, if after a certain amount of time they do not get the proper medical attention, they're literally going to die. So he said, well, you don't want me to perform miracles. We don't have nothing to do what you're asking us to do. We don't have the resources, ma'am. So I don't know a miracle you want me to perform. I see him where somebody bring them wife off of the plane the other day and we couldn't do nothing because we have nothing to do, nothing. That's what the doctor told me, and he walked away and went back to his desk. So I was really distraught. Then them looked at me, the nurse, no, before he walked away, Jamaica, the doctor looked at me and said, oh, miss, make sure you take off the ring off my finger because them with teeth it. That was what the doctor said to me. So here we are, Jamaica. Me, shocked, distraught. And that's what the doctor is telling me, that we don't have nothing to save nobody. And I must take off the ring because them are going to teeth it. And him walk go back on him desk and the nurse follow him. So I jumped on top of my husband and I started to pump. I started to pump and blow, cry, me pass out, me pump, me blow, me cry, and me pass out. Me pump, me blow, me cry, me pass out, Jamaica. Me pump, me blow, me cry, and me pass out. And the last time me pass out and me get up, me see tears I run down my husband's eye. And him out, and me ball out and me say, nurse, doctor, tears that come out of my eye. Wanna come check and see now, please. And them said, the doctor said, nurse, go on over there, so to the lady. So the nurse come over there and I say, tears that come out of my eye, what is that? She said, it's not tears, it's drainage. So I said, what is the process? Why is that happening? Why is that going on? I don't know why. Oh, she had to look it up first on her phone. And she said, it's drainage. She said, I don't know the process, but it's drainage. And I said, so you don't know the process? And you're just telling me it's not fluids, it's drainage? She said, doctor, that woman you asked me too much question. Me can't go home now. And the doctor said, yeah, man, go on. And I was like, whoa. That's when I was like, whoa. Then them take him and push him in the janitor closet in the back of the St. Anne's, which part the St. right next, in the same place where the emergency room there. Then push him in the janitor closet. I'm going to go back there in the janitor closet. I knew that was it. Them already pronounced him dead. Them don't care. I'm lay down on top of him, Jamaica, till him body cool as ice. It took hours. We got there 2:30, less than before 3 a.m. And by 7 a.m. his body was 7:30. So up there about his body was cold. That was my experience with the healthcare system in Jamaica. That was my experience. And let's not talk about when I went to do the autopsy and how they brought him out and blood was everywhere. So I'm saying to you, Jamaica, let's stop fighting each other. The healthcare system is deplorable, okay? They cannot save lives. The doctor blatantly looked at me and said, we have nothing to save lives with. And as you can see, I'm the one that pushed him in on a gurney because there was no porter. I'm the one that performed CPR because they refused to do it, okay? I'm the one, Jamaica, that was that questioning every medical steps they took because the medical professionals were not doing it. And they said they cannot perform miracles. And I was requiring the basic life-saving step, the basic necessity that a hospital, an emergency room need to save somebody's life. It's called a miracle in the country of Jamaica. And I decided today, August 3rd, 1 year anniversary. Today is would have been my husband, Strong. It would have been our anniversary. Okay, it would have been our second anniversary. So I decided after 1 year of anger, of grieving, of healing, that I am going to come here and tell the story because Jamaica needs to do better. We need to stand up for the things that he's standing up for. And I know I'm not the only one in Jamaica that has experienced things like this. Before that, Jamaica, me can tell you how they treated his sister that passed away with a baby inside her belly. In the taxi cab, and at the back of the taxi cab, them left her when them pronounced her dead. So Jamaica, we need to hold our leaders accountable. Stop letting them treat us this way. We need to stand together. One Jamaica, one people. We need to fight together. Let us stop fighting each other and let us fight the system that is holding us down, that is keeping us from keeping the basic things from us. To this day, people and the people still live on the top. I mean, how much more do we have to endure to stand up and say, no more, it is over, time has come, time is now. We need to stand up and stand up for each other and stop fighting each other, Jamaica. Because today, while I speak, I bet you $100, $100 million that somebody has been declared dead because the hospitals don't have the tools and the resources to save them. Jamaica, I decided to tell my story, not for the views or the likes, but to help someone and to help my people and to have us come together and stand up for our rights. One Jamaica, one people. Comment below if you have experienced something similar to what I have experienced. I love you, Jamaica.
Man, listen. That was. I listened to a part of her story yesterday, and I thought I was gonna leave it till this morning when we could have shared it with Uno. You know, you hear the sister say, I don't even know where to start. You hear the sister said to this day, people still live on the top. that struck me because every time we open our mouth and fix our face to say something in defense of the people who suffered from that Hurricane Melissa that just passed and the other hurricane that passed before that, badly damaged homes, living in squalors, everything frig up for them. Every time we open our mouth to say something about them and how our government should be there to help them recover, and they're not, and they still can't explain where all the resources and the money went and stuff, there's always a bag of Jamaicans who are there to tell us about up under we mother. Now, mind you, Jamaicans who are in destitute situation we are speaking up for, right? And you have other Jamaicans who are gonna cuss we, tell we how much we hate Jamaica and we for run up under our mother, broke your neck in our hole, all kind of something. It made me realize a long time ago being on this platform that the things that are happening in Jamaica, including what happened to her, I'm sad that it happened to you, but it has happened to many before you and it will happen to many after you, my sister. The things the things like these that are happening because of Jamaican people allowing this to happen, and other Jamaican people who feel like them arrived or they reach, them have resources, they'll be okay. You don't have it, so you have to go through that. So it's no longer a family thing, it's no longer a every man for the next man, it's no longer a togetherness to it, it's everybody for themselves. It's everybody for themselves. So she's out here telling this story, hoping it'll help others. Do y'all remember the other day when Wayne named there from the podcast, the Let's Be Honest podcast, and Jeffrey, when Jeffrey and the producer do the Javi getting at a fight and shoot something, and the guy will come from America to come enjoy the festivities and get shot by a stray bullet in the incident when the ambulance come to save him. Y'all weren't embarrassed to hear an American explain to the rest of the world what was inside of your ambulance when it came to save a gunshot victim who was visiting the island? We have become so used to our government really gives us crumbs off of the bread. We don't get slices, and we definitely don't get loaves. We get crumbs and little bit of crumbs too. You have one ambulance. You're lucky, say you have one ambulance. You're lucky, I know hand cat. It's not you have an ambulance and it's properly equipped, and then it is manned by persons who are properly trained. Is you have an ambulance, be lucky. The guy said when he got shot, he said the blood was just squirting, so seeing people around him were panicking. He said he's the one that had to perform his own measures because the people them were there with the ambulance never know what to do to stop the gunshot from bleeding out like that. And then when they put him in the ambulance, he said the ambulance inside was bare. There was nothing in it. Here's an event. Thousands of people attending this event. One ambulance out there with nothing in it, and an individual who don't know what the hell to do to a traumatic injury. To stop a bleeding or to slow down a bleeding. And him have to tear sitting with him teeth and wrap off his own arm and take care of his own self, to slow him bleeding and all that. And he passed out. And he wake up and come to and pass out again. Did you hear when she said what the doctor said? So of course I'm asking myself, because I see, for those of us who live most of our days of the year in a place like, say, America, we've seen the life-saving measures over and over. And for those of you who work in the medical field, you definitely see it over and over of them in the pursuit of saving a life. It's CPR, don't stop until somebody else take over from that, or it turns mechanical, and there are so many other things to be done. She said the man put on a pulse ox on her husband's finger, and the pulse ox say what, 75 or 72 or 70 whatever it says, 78 whatever. That mean oxygen levels are 90 something. She said oxygen levels dead. But flatline up there, so she said you're not gonna try to save him. The man pronounced time of death. Wow! Do you know how traumatic that must be for you to stand there and watch your? She said 97. Thank you, S Diva. 97. Good oxygen flow. That. Do you know how traumatic that must be to watch your family member be pronounced dead when no life-saving measures, and all it is he probably was just unconscious and going through some shallow breathing, so nothing else no get done. You just pronounce the man time of death, write down the time, and walk away left the woman, and the woman a beg you and ask you, and you tell her about you can perform miracles. That's what you want me to do, is to perform a miracle. And the miracles that you're asking me to perform, we don't have the resources to do so. I just asked wifey what the thing is, because I couldn't remember the name. The defibrillator. The one with them use and shock the chest. Boof. 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 None of that. No nothing. There. Not even one of the manual one them. No resources in this day and age. And I still, every time I speak up, I have people talk about, I don't know about all that SouFLo, the AED. Me same Jamaican them talk about, I don't know about all that SouFLo, because I injured my arm last week and I was in Jamaica and I went to the hospital, the public hospital, and I got good care. Sometimes someone just need to not say nothing. The doctor sound shaky. The nurse shaky. You know, hear what she said? She said, the nurse said, doctor, this woman here asked me way too much question. Can go on my yard now. And I think I saw Dr. Christopher Tufton the other day did an article, speech that they recorded into an article about, yeah, we have issues with things that are needed that are not there, but the mannerisms of the individuals who work in this field, in healthcare, you know, the mannerisms of them and them bad attitude. I wonder if it's like customer service. You go in a some restaurant and you say, you see stuff on the menu, you know. You say oxtail I first thing. You say, me feel some oxtail today. Me get a large oxtail, please. None not there, you know. That's it, you know. It's not, well, oxtail finished, you know, but I think we have, hold on. Johnny, what we have around there? Yeah. No, him say want oxtail, but me know oxtail finished. Alright, we have curry goat. Alright, we have curry chicken, and we have brown stew chicken. Okay, so we have curry goat, curry chicken, and brown stew chicken. You can choose from those. That's customer service. That's customer service. Not, we don't have none. Alright then, so, you know, the oxtail, me not just tell you so we don't have none. You say you want oxtail, me say we don't have none. Okay, alright. The next one down from that is brown stew chicken. I say, alright, give me a large brown stew chicken. That done too. I wonder if I see them where them treat the people them. And you know me, I make excuses, right, for my people, because I tell people all the time, say, Jamaicans communicate a certain kind of way, and if you stay out of the country for long enough, it's going to seem like it's just uncouth and just harsh and hostile. But if you're there in Jamaica, all the time. It become a norm to you. Maybe that's me desensitized to bad treatment myself, you know. And I teach we if you accept bad treatment, because it might be fun when or funny when it's food you're dealing with. But when you start dealing with life and you get the same treatment there, yeah, and them give you the backs up face back of that. Like, where you come in here can order food for. Like, a food you sell. That's why I'm coming here. You know what I'm saying? You say you have oxtail on your menu, and that's why I did order oxtail. You could have tell me, say, it done in a one better way than that. And me never hear it the first time, so you have to go on like, say, oh, chop me up, come. Repeat that, please. Like, we have to do better. It's all the way across the board. But my gripe, my friggin' gripe, and I'll say this to end this video right here, is the Jamaican people them who support a government who can't even make sure that we are furnished with the basic friggin' things that we need, yet you sit up there and talk about your good up prime minister. The basics. Just the basic like something them what we need, you know. Not there. Every minute you know call up Andrew name. Like what? Am I Jesus him supposed to save everybody? Like why you think he got put in the position he is in, the elected prime minister of the country? It come with responsibilities, you know. And these are the responsibilities. You don't understand that, you just like him because him did it. And my side win, and my side win, my side of the green side. Like we play a football game or something. Orange side over there, so green. Goal! Green side score again. It's all fun and games until it's their family member who they love and care about. Your husband, your wife, your daughter, your son, your mother, your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, them grandparents, etc. And then you want to make nice. But when people like we out there are make nice the whole time, I want to see them one turn up there and cuss we. And I keep on, I tell people all the time, when I travel to Jamaica, I buy extra insurance. I don't talk about no regular insurance. I buy fly out medical evacuation insurance back of that. With my ticket them, I go up on the med evac site, go buy medical insurance to evacuate the island if anything happen. We'll not get no chance to work for me or none of my own them. So when you hear me talk, I'm not talking for me necessarily. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The day will come where I will be spending most of my days in Jamaica. That means I'm move gone back on my yard. But in the meantime, I'm set up a different way now, where if anything happen, when me there now is a state-of-the-art hospital close to me, and I'm gonna get top-tier care for me, my wife, my children them. And if I'm in Jamaica, I can get flown out under a med evac. I love my people enough to understand, say, majority of you not in that position and can't afford them sitting there. That's why when you get sick, a GoFundMe, you go try to take up on them something there. So instead of we run down GoFundMe and depend upon all that, why not hold our leaders accountable so all these things are in our place in our country, so we don't end up being another one of these. My question to this, that this sister just said, is can Jamaicans, me, you, and other Jamaicans, save Jamaica from more of this happening? Can we? Can we put aside the green side and the orange side? Can we save Jamaica from this happening to others? Woman are dead with baby in them belly. Woman dying while giving birth. Baby them are dead soon as them born or stillborn. People are dying of things that are super preventable or they could have saved their lives. And me no know, when still there, a twiddle on the thumb and I go on like say it's not happening. I want to wait on if it happen to you, or happen to your mother or one of your close family member them, because if it's not happening to you, it doesn't matter. Every story sounds exciting, long as it's not yours. When it's yours, it's traumatic. Jamaica, can we please put down the politics sitting and get loud for this? This is one of my biggest fears, is that my dear Jamaica, something happen and me figure go in one of them hospital. Next thing me did, I shallow breed them pronounce me dead and wheel me go in some rotted utility closet. It has to change. It's shameful. It has to change, but it's not going to change until every Jamaican get on board. Every Jamaican, I don't care what political party you are aligned with, every Jamaican get on board and take this as something that could affect any one of us regardless of what political party you align yourself with. That's the only way them are going to get up and change this. When the whole of the people them who support Andrew Holness start beat him hard for this. Sir, no disrespect, but just get on this and push this and make this. If I the one thing you accomplish during this 1 year period, let it be this. That all medical facilities are properly outfitted with the things that are required to save lives in emergency situations and people around who understand how to work them. That's it. We are begged for basics. That's the only way. And if y'all continue to support a government who can't see that this is an emergency situation, I hope them wrap you up in the green or the orange or whichever one in a power when time people are dead like this and bury you in your colors, since that's what you came for and stood for. We want a better Jamaica. We better dash with the politics up here, especially when it comes to this healthcare. I'll close this video by saying this. For the years I've been doing this platform right here, I've met countless Jamaicans who have decided they're not moving back to Jamaica to live. Please understand that we are the ones that lose when our citizens go overseas, go get top tier first world education and experience, and have lucrative careers that they work and then retire from with huge savings in place and decide to never come back. Never come back to share knowledge, never come back to share resources. And in the meantime, your country is importing people, and soon, and we also are not producing enough to replenish our population. So all of that will contribute to us being extinct and a new set of people taking over Jamaica. You see, if you don't want that happen, you see, if you don't want people them to come back home, because this is the reason why majority of the people that I've spoken to over the years, SouFlo, me, go back and wish Jamaica, SouFlo, me go there for visit. And me get Medivac insurance just like you when me a fly. And if nothing happen to me, then I fly me out immediately. Me, now go back to Jamaica go live. Me say, you throw stone behind you? Them say, no, SouFlo, but me can't age out in a that and go dead just so. I have to be where I can get medical help when I need it. Proficient medical help when I need it. You can't argue with somebody for that. It's not a hate Jamaica thing. It's a me trying to preserve myself and live the longest of this life that God blessed me with. You know, I go on like people have 2 and 3 life, and when the first one dead off, we can say, all right, we now do that again. We are go over there so go live the second one. Your one life you get to know. It's your one life you get to know. So you can't be mad at people for wanting to preserve that one life. The one thing majority of them have in common is the friggin' healthcare system in Jamaica. And I want y'all to remember that. Remember how long me I talked to you about a comprehensive burn unit? And me telling you just the other day, say anybody born up in a Jamaica right now, if them family don't have a whole heap of money, if pay for Medivac, them go to the United States of America, or if that company in Jamaica, I forgot what their name is, that assists people in these emergencies, don't decide to reach out them hand and help you know, you go and go plan funeral cause a dead them dead. Because we just simply don't have what is required to save, to treat an individual who is badly burnt.
in our entire country, on the island. So don't go Jamaica go get bun up. You go dead. And Jamaicans living in Jamaica don't get bun up. Unless your family have whole heap of US dollar put on, else you go dead. I'm gonna leave this one right here, man. I hope her words did not go in vain. She told her story. She is on her healing journey. She lost her husband, her best friend, her everything. And she took a year and a day to friggin' heal up a little bit, enough to be able to speak about it without crying. And I hope this does not fall on deaf ears. You know what the sad shit is? I think it's going to fall on deaf ears. Close off now, walk on.
Yes, we know
Yeah,
all
right.
the situation bad, and with the lady, but she reaching at the hospital, I mean, good but bad, which cause she lost the life, and I understand. But my yard, a policeman come say him a pronounce dead. My spouse dead body. And you know them no more, not 98% of them. Nothing. So we can't mix with Itana when she says she's not aging out in Jamaica.
And police can't
It's just
pronounce. Police is not qualified to pronounce anybody dead.
Exactly. Because there was a doctor call and I was trying to say to the doctor, where is it something to shock him up? Same little thing where you hear the lady talk about. Because I said if I was there, I was going to give him CPR. You know, based on what you watch, because you watch stuff to learn, you understand me? What will edify your mind. It's not just nonsense. But I mean, trust me, nothing of life-saving support what you see and what you hear them talk about, and them tell about 2030 vision. Jamaica is a place to live, work, and raise family. But me know which family they want to raise, The other side of family with the straight hair, light skin. So, that's gonna happen.
Yep.
So, very sad.
Right, that's all.
Nothing. You have to go privately, go do one art test, any major thing. It's not there in the hospital because same money making things. So they might talk about healthcare free. Yes, it's free somewhat and I can understand. But at the end of the day, the critical care what you forget for your people, a working person who would contribute paying the what you call the tax again. NIS and then something there. I mean, they're gone. I mean, they're not working. And, look. And even so, my husband, manager, them had to call the hospital and say, no, this man can't be paying the NIS and sitting down and chair for how many nights? Sit down in the emergency room, nothing to sleep on. Yeah, so they have to call us so and get one bed. So the lady, she wasn't connected because she didn't connect and call the big doctor, them out of them bed and they you see them flopping for me. Yeah. I can tell you. I tell you, say if you're not connected,
sad.
Trust me. Sad, very much so. All right.
All right, my
Have
friend.
a good day. Remember the codex something, please. Me know you're busy and they're listening, so.
All right. And if you don't see me bring it up, remind me again, please.
Yes.
All right.
All right, then. Take care.
Later.
Bye. Bye.
All right. We're going to end this right here, so. My Jamaican people, I said this one more time and then say goodbye for the day. Let me say it one more time. The only way that they are going to fix this, see, who we have in power right now, them not do nothing towards this end because they have a lot of people who support them who doesn't seem concerned about this. You hear how simple that is? We need the people who support who is in power, along with those who don't support who is in power, to all come together to pressure who is in power to fix this. And that's the only way it's going to get fixed. The only way. Until then, I'm going to walk good. My granny Miss Ruby said be good. If you can't be good, be careful, but it's best to be good. My grandfather Mas Cleaver said, I will see you tomorrow if God spare life.